What's going on, Quasi and Dam? One second. I had a coffee shot. All right, everybody, I'm ready. And welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. What's going on, Breeze Omega? We got a great show today. Black Americans are waking up to the truth about the black and Latino diaspora. I'm gonna say this, everybody. I've been thinking this week, but before I start, how's everybody doing? What's going on, Zandan? What's going on, Breeze Omega? We got a great show today. Thanks, Breeze Omega. Thanks. Oh yeah. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and also the subscribe, and also comment in the live chat. But if you can't comment in the live chat right now, the reason why is because you have to be a subscriber. So once you start subscribing, we'll see your name pop up 5 minutes later. You can get busy with Breeze Omega, Clazan Dam, and Kick and Rumble, other applications. Also, if you want to go to X, you'll pop up on X as well too. Thank you everybody for subscribing. I want to say that first before I even start. Mixtape, yeah. Always. I want to say this, and this is gonna be super dope. This week I've been thinking a lot. I had a what's the word? I had an eye-opening conversation with Beat Action Friday night around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just figure out, and this is how I came up with this topic. Black America is opening up and finding out that, like, yo, there will never be no solidarity with the black and brown community. I mean, black diaspora and the brown Latino diaspora. And it's not because, we don't love our Latinos brethrens and all this other stuff. It's just it's like beating a dead fucking horse, man. It's like we tell them what the problem is, and they try to tell us that's not the problem. And I always wonder, I was like, yo, what the fuck are these people thinking? We're telling you what the problem is. We're telling you that, like, yo, this is decades of disrespect. This is decades of helping people, and at the end of the day, getting the short end of the stick. And I always tell people all the time, black Americans don't ask for much. Only respect and the truth. That's what we mostly ask for. If we ask for a little bit more, it shouldn't be a big problem. And y'all know how I feel about, the delineation. I think this delineation is going to be very, very important, not to just the black community, but to the immigrant communities, the Latino community, the Asian communities. They're going to have to figure out how strong they really are. And like, yes, we'll help you from a distance, but at the end of the day, all of that, jumping out the window for you, protesting for you, making sure that you're all right despite of our own wealth and health and our situation, we always made sure everybody was all right. And for them to act like, yo, we had our brothers, our aunties, our uncles, our grandparents, our mothers, our fathers did not, do all that hard work for no reason. So at the end of the day, this is a new generation of immigrants, and I understand that they feel like they're entitled. You know, what's going on, Ohio? Salute, salute. I hope everybody's week was good. I just wanted to start off with that. It's kind of disappointing because at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. It's more. I'm not mad. I'm more disappointed in our grandparents because our grandparents did a lot for everybody. Our aunties, our uncles did a lot for everybody. Our ancestors, technically, they didn't fight for them, but they fought for our well-beings and stuff. And at the end of the day, I don't want to say we disrespect our grandparents, our ancestors, and our great grandparents and our ancestors, but at the end of the day, all that hard work that they did was for us. It was for us, and for us to be like, oh, yo, you know what? We're doing this for everybody and stuff like that. It's a slap in the face because now we're seeing what's happening. We're seeing that we're getting put on the back burner. We're seeing that, like, yo, it doesn't make sense to help these people. It doesn't make sense to do all this hard work and still love these people. And man, like I said, it's very, very disappointing, man. And I had to say that. I had to take a coffee shot. I was like, yo, this is going to be a show right here. And we're not going to have a long ass show. We're going to have probably 2.5, 3 hour show. We usually do 4.5 hours today. I'm gonna cut that down to 2 to 3. I might even just play a video and come back. I gotta go get my daughter at like 2:30. My son is here right now. He's playing with his Peppa Pig toys and stuff like that. So out of all toys that my son wanted, he wanted Peppa Pig. I remember I think it was Thursday, he lost his little George toy. This motherfucker flipped his shit, and I don't know if some of y'all that don't have kids, but you're going to appreciate the little things that the kids literally actually bring into your life, it's like all the hard work we do, you're going to appreciate it. What's going on, Kobe? Thorn, was it Tabo? Damn, you got a long ass name, my man. We do not need delineation. Speed it up. You have never cared about black and brown immigrants because we succeed within one generation of being in the U.S. That's not necessarily true, but yeah, they do need to speed up the delineation. At the end of the day, we're gonna see, and this is gonna be the truth of everything. You're gonna have the truth pill, as I usually call it. Does that say $15? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! It does. Shoot! Shout out to the new viewers, man. Jesus Christ! Oh shit! Thank you, American Dream. I didn't even see that. Oh shit. But I do want to say this, man. It's nuts out here, man. It's like I do think they need to speed it up, Kobe. And shout out to you. Thank you. Even though I don't agree with you, thank you for saying what you say. But at the end of the day, you didn't do it in one generation. You did it with all help. Oh shit. American Dream. I'm shocked too, man. Oh my god. But oh my god. This is amazing right now. I don't know what's going on, but oh shit. What's going on, DJ X1? Salute, salute. Feel me? This is the most views I've ever seen. Yeah, me too, man. I'm actually excited. I know a lot of y'all new to this show, and I want to say this. What we do in the beginning of the show, whatever you put in the live chat, we just watch. I mean, we have we have a conversation before we actually start the show. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say this, Kobe, but we're gonna see a lot of truth come out of the black diaspora. And we're actually starting to see a lot come out in the black diaspora. And the reason why I'm saying that, look at the whole shit with the Somalians. Look what's happening in New York. Look what's happening even in Boston as where I'm at. And what's going on, fresh let's get it 004. What's good? What's going on? What's going on? Yes it is. There are enough of you people who talk this tether hate. But at the end of the day, not all of y'all are tethers, Kobe. A tether is like a coon. It's just an immigrant coon. But then that the thing about it, you turn on black Americans. You do everything. You do any and everything to disparage black people. That's what a tether is. The problem with people like you, Kobe, and this is all due respect, the concerns with black Americans is people like you. You always throw a stone and hide your hand. You don't talk about the disrespect that black Americans had dealt with for decades with you immigrants. Especially the African and the Caribbean immigrants. Anything that ever came to a Caribbean, anything that ever came to Africans, black Americans was always the first people to say, like, yo, you know what? Those are our brothers. Those are our sisters. Those are our aunties and uncles that the white supremacists is doing bad to. So at all due respect, people like you are a piece of shit, man. And I just hope you change and understand what you are saying and all the work that we did that you haven't done to come over here to get the fruits the fruits and labor from America. Don't forget, thank you, Bomb's Legacy, Somalia. They're going nuts over there in Minnesota. Y'all was going nuts. You Caribbeans were going nuts in the 80s. That's where most of that degeneracy stuff came from. Like, if we're going to personally be honest about it, yeah, it's just... You let me ask you, and this is what I'm going to say, Kobe. Y'all motherfuckers act like fucking... Most of y'all act like victims. You're not a victim in America. You had a choice to come to America. We didn't have a choice to go anywhere. We didn't have a choice to say, like, oh, yo, you know what? Our Jamaican brothers wanted us to come to Jamaica. Our Trinidadian brothers wanted us to come to Trinidad. Our African brothers wanted us to come to Africa. Only time the Africans wanted us to come to Africa was when it's beneficial. It's not like in America, you know what? You come to America with $2 in your pocket and you could get resources and get a job to make more money. So at the end of the day, your piece of shit country can't do anything for me. All y'all, and the thing about it, the worst thing about it, y'all sent y'all worst over here. Y'all didn't send y'all best. You sent the worst of the worst over here. You sent the Myron Gaines. You sent the Brian Donalds fucking families. You sent fucking the fucking shower posse. Y'all sent scammers over here. So at the end of the day, as I said, that's cool that you do all that stuff for black Americans and all this other stuff, but let's tell the truth. To include they're in Boston and Roxbury, Mattapan, Jamaica play. Oh, let's say I have done my part to mentor and help black Americans in business and even mentor a bunch. To include they're in Boston and Jamaica Plain, Mattapan, and Jamaica. They're not really much in Jamaica Plain, but y'all are in Dorchester, Mattapan, Roxbury, Rosendale, High Park, yes. What you're doing, and I'm gonna be personally honest, and don't get me wrong, I love y'all in Boston, but at the end of the day, y'all are erasing Black American history, historical history. And you're putting an immigrant face. That's what you're doing. And at the end of the day, if they're gonna let you do it, let you do it. But but these people who are in Boston that are Black Americans, they are fighting for it. They are saying something of it. You know what y'all are doing? Y'all taking them out the city halls. Y'all taking them out these great meetings. You taking them out these meetings that we should be having. So let's tell the truth, Kobe. Okay, you came with money. Okay, you are a percenter, Kobe. So let's stop lying. Most of y'all come with flip-flops, dirty pants, and a wife beater. So let's not lie, Kobe. Like, this is the thing, Kobe. Because you're the percenter don't mean shit. You act like all of y'all are coming over here like that. And like I said, Black Americans have their people who are doing fucked up shit, but you're not bringing, and I'm telling you this, Kobe, a lot of y'all are not bringing y'all best over here. You're bringing the Myron Gaines over here. You're bringing the Nick Flintezes over here. Nick Flintez is a Mexican. The Paul Millers, the Gypsy, you know who Paul Miller is, Gypsy Crusader. You're bringing those are the people you're bringing over. You're bringing them half-breeds over here. You're not teaching your people. You talking about helping Black Americans and stuff like that. Why don't your people have the same mindset that you have? And this is why I talk about, because one of y'all do great doesn't mean all of y'all are doing great. I bet you if I call Uber now, 9 out of 10 is not a Black American. And that's all right, but at the end of the day, we're not gonna lie about greatness. I refuse for us to lie about greatness. You know, so at the end of the day, Kobe, again. This isn't hate. What's going on, FBA combo? This is truth. This is truth that we're talking about. Like at the end of the day, let me ask you a question, Kobe. And I want you to be brutally honest about it. No, you're wrong that they're best. They're losers. Most of them, very easy to control type. They'll sell them. They're on my mouth. See, thank you. I honestly, Bob's Legacy. I do believe you. I do believe you when you. I do believe what you say when you say that, because I have seen that. I have seen people who come from other countries go on the side of the white supremacists, let alone the Latinos. Let's ask this question. And this is why I said be active. You got to stop lying. It is very bad. When we go to jail, are the Latinos is fucking, and this is why I say, yo, all this, I'm Black now, it's out the window. Because let's ask this question. When we're all in jail, who's the side of the Latinos is going on? Are they gonna have a solidarity with the Black people? Or are they going with the Aryan Brotherhood? They're going with the Peckerwoods. These are the things that we have to talk about. These are the things that is brutally honest and we have to tell the truth about. And I'm going to say this. I'm not saying that there's no great immigrants or no great migrants or no great Latinos. I have met great Latinos. I have met great immigrant people. I have met even great white people. Even though I probably won't eat off of them if it's not a Rice Krispie treat, but I just, they're still great people. I'm just gonna be personally honest about that. You know, it will not be safe for non-whites to travel around America without the work of Black America. Facts. I agree with that, Mr. Know-It-All. I personally do agree with that. I was in Jamaica arguing with dude over there complaining that we FBAs always be going at our government, always rioting, etc. They're used to giving up. Yeah, and the thing about it, Bomb's legacy. They have they got a defeated mentality. They have a defeated mentality. And at the end of the day, hold on one second, everyone. All right, there we go. They have a defeated mentality, and at the end of the day, as we thought they were our brothers, we were telling them like, come with us. We'll teach you the ropes and stuff. We'll give you the blueprint on how we fought these motherfuckers. How you think these white supremacists are still doing studies on Black Americans? How the fuck you think they're still doing studies on how to shut us down, how to kill us? They put crack in our epidemic in our communities, and it went all the way up to their community. Every weapon that they bring upon us always goes back to their community. And this is telling you this for a reason. This is telling you this. Yeah, right here, man. I just finished eating, man. I had this soup thing. I was just getting ready, man. But yeah, what's going on, Black King? I didn't see you last show, man. You got me politicking over here. Yeah, man. I'm getting shit ready, man. But salute to you. Next to his head. On that table. Why don't FBAs clean that base? This isn't my basement. This is my office, man. So yeah, I just been working out. If you notice, I'm getting a little bit bigger. So yeah. Let me finish what I was saying, Black King, and we can politic. Like we was teaching people. What's going on, E. Will? Salute. Black Americans was teaching our so-called our Black diaspora and our Latino diaspora the blueprint. We were telling them how to be resilient. We were teaching them how to actually beat these white supremacists, beat the system. And you know what they did? It's easy just to comply. It's just easy to comply. He said, I ain't buying shit. Check you. Yeah, FBA convo. I just seen it. American Dream told me. He's like, you got crazy numbers. I was like, oh shit. I was like, are we serious? Bro, this is crazy. Like, the most numbers I ever got in just a view is probably like 150. Why are you tethering off the African Center movement? It's not the African Center movement. If we've been doing the same thing ever since we got to America. Well, some of us got to America, or when the white supremacists got to America. So, Black King, let me ask you a question. Whose movement is stronger, African movements or the Black American movement? Like, I can name a few people that you have in Africa, such as the African movements, such as, Pan-Africans doesn't work. You have Patrice Lumumba. Y'all didn't talk about Mansa Musa until I actually really started praising Mansa Musa. Yeah, Ohio, I seen it, man. Thank you. I hope it's not government bots, man. Don't scare me like that. Like, we got mad bots in this place. But it's like, yo, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all had Gaddafi. So at the end of the day, y'all have leaders. Y'all have a movement. It's just where Africa, they don't know how to protect their leaders. That always been their problems, especially when their leaders die. They're just defeated. It's just, look at us. Every time our leaders die, we riot. We fuck shit up. We complicate things. We confuse the system. We disrupt. And I'm going to be personally honest. I believe if Africa kind of had that in Africa, Africa would be a better place. Yeah, we are the main character. And the thing about it, y'all talk about main character syndrome. Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all are a leader of a fucking diaspora, a fucking damn near the world, everything, let me tell you something. Most things that black people are known for, and I'm talking about our historical leaders, we didn't have to kill or rob or commit some type of fucking crime to get our point across. So yeah, yeah, he's one of many, but at the end of the day, Kobe, y'all never talk about Patrice. This is my problem with y'all, because at the end of the day, when we praise our leaders, when we praise our people who fought for us, who died for us, and what we did is we added on to it. Here comes a, not even an immigrant, a tether. I'm not even going to put that on the immigrants. I'm putting this on tethers. Tethers that fuck it up for the immigrants. Tethers that disrupt the black progress because they don't like what's going on with the black Americans is doing. Instead of, like, the immigrants say, yo, you know what? I support black Americans. I support foundational black Americans because I get it. What's going on? Was it Corinth? It's just at the end of the. But you gotta understand too, Black King. Most of our leaders were self-educated. Like, yeah, you got the Martin Luther Kings and stuff like that, and the John Lewis that were educated in like Harvard and stuff like that. But you had most black Americans were self-educated. This is why I always say we come up with our own inventions and stuff, and none of that stuff has gone to us because of the system. So like I said, I get it. I get the fight. And I think this is what pushed me away. Let me call in. Give me a second. I'll let you call in. And everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Again, subscribe. And also, if you donate, it goes to helping the platform. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm all over the place today. Just give me 1 second, Convo. I'll let you call in. And if you want the link to the platform, give me a second. I'll put it on the page. And Kobe, let me ask you a question. Where have you been, man? Why haven't you been coming on the show? I remembered you. You was a disruptor. Like Black King. Let me give you an example. For Black King, he comes on now and then and stuff, but at least Black King shows his face and trolls. But Kobe, I haven't seen you in a while. You have selective history. You're peddling and still playing the victim. How am I playing the victim when I'm telling how resilient black Americans are? That don't make no sense. FBA Convo, you could call in now. But yeah. How am I playing the victim? I don't get that. Nah, the real victim is the devil that have to sweat us every step. What do you say? Yeah, I agree with that. Bomb's legacy. I do have to agree with that. And the thing about it, I'm gonna say this. Who is it though? Overweight FBA dude got embarrassed terribly. I actually seen that Black King. It was a good. I would say this. That was a good debate. And to this day, I mean, and I watched it twice. I don't even know who won that. Which is Derwin B got busy. He did get busy, but at the end of the day, I will say this: some of those Pan Africans did have some great points. Even though I didn't agree with it, some of them had some great points. But I'm gonna say this: a lot of tethers and Pan African movements are living in a delusional world. And the reason why, and I just got to be personally honest, the reason why I feel like they're living in a delusional world because at the end of the day, they're forgetting all the disrespect that Black Americans has been taken from a lot of people. Give me a second, everyone.
Call from FBA combo. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
What's going on, Convo?
What up, though, Rosso? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. How's your day going?
I'm good, man. How's my sound? Can everybody hear me in the chat?
Yeah, they can hear you. So what I did is I put hold on one second. I'll tell you. Say something again.
Mic check, mic 1, 2, 3.
All right, give me 1 second. This is what we're gonna do. I tried now.
Hey, what's up, all y'all? This FBA combo coming out of Detroit. What's up? Mic check 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me?
All right, now let me check one more time. All right, this ain't working. Hold on 1 second. All right, try one more time.
Yo, what's up? FBA convo coming out of Detroit. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
All right, now we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Speaking of so many things and stuff, I appreciate y'all chilling with me. Oh, man, what's going down here? All right, look, what's going on? First thing is, yeah, man, that's 32,000 in the chat, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I really can't say that that's gonna really happen because if it was 32,000 in here, man, it probably wouldn't be able to get no chat through. So I think it is like.
Yo, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be personally honest. When I first see it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was like, yo, I was thinking the same thing somebody said. It's probably government bots. I was like, hold on, is that government bots? Then I was like, nah, let me give myself a little bit of credit. I try to or something, so.
It ain't a bad thing at all. That means it's a good thing. That means you still getting the views, though. You still getting all of that other good stuff. So it ain't, don't even trip about it. Matter of fact, one day you will have 32,000 in there.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're gonna need a moderator. Hold on, man. I gotta go. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Yo, Black King, I thought the same thing too, man. Please don't say no COINTELPRO, man, because I'm already scared of those. Not even scared. Let me not say scared. I'm not scared of nobody.
Hey, calm down, dog. We just got a YouTube show. It's no big deal. We just trying to make some entertainment out here for everybody.
Yeah.
Now, you're gonna get seen. I mean, that's what you came here for, right? To get seen, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's happening. It's happening now, so don't worry about it. I got your back, and that's why I did. That's my second point. Dog, you're gonna need a moderator, bro. Yeah. You know you can trust your bro. I'm not gonna be out here.
How would I do
nothing.
How would I do the moderator?
You're gonna have to click on a few names that you trust, like 5 of us that you trust. And when you click the name, it's gonna say add as a moderator. Now it's gonna have 2 levels of a moderator. Make sure everybody gets a level 1 moderator, which is not the level 2 moderator, that means you can do too much. I think it's called a manager moderator. Don't make nobody a manager moderator. Just make regular moderators where we can go ahead and time people out in the chat. Tell everybody that all your moderators, you don't want nobody blocked, because I know that we we cater to Pan-Africans over here.
Yeah.
But if they get too crazy, you're gonna need some people to go ahead and time them out. It's like if they say nigger or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a 24-hour timeout. You know what I mean? They come back tomorrow, see if they still saying nigger, then we know what to do.
Like me,
But,
I don't
you gonna
mind. The
need
thing
some-
about that, I don't mind motherfuckers saying that shit. You know, if you're gonna be talking crazy,
Yeah,
at
I
least,
mean, you gonna
because
have
at the end
people
of the
that's
day,
gonna be-
don't forget, this is FBA. We know how to defend ourselves. It's not like we
I'm just
victims
saying,
out here. So
on that YouTube, I mean, it's gonna get some people where they're gonna be trolling. You know how my man Tariq be talking about some. You know, first they come in tiptoeing and shit. Like, you know how Revenue come in talking about something. Well, Ron, I mean, well, ask me this and shit. Well, how you about this? And then he started tiptoeing. And then when you start beating him on his talking points, he gonna start trolling and shit. And then after that, that man gonna, you know what I'm saying, he gonna start, no, my bad. You gonna go from to tiptoeing to twisting. He gonna start saying, well, nah, not really. No, not really. Then he gonna just flat out start trolling. And then he gonna tap out. He gonna start cussing at you and doing all that stuff and telling you why y'all should be hanging with the the Pan-Africans because they the one want the unity. We just want delineation. And that ain't no hate or nothing, y'all. I don't know why y'all keep on running up on me like I'm hating y'all. I'm just saying I'm just trying to be about me and my family. That's it. First, me and my family, that's it. Lineage.
yeah.
Oh man.
So
So
let
the
me
last
ask you
thing
a
I want
question.
Go ahead.
My topic question is: Black Americans are waking up to the truth about the Black and Latino diaspora. When did you think this happened?
Yeah, we bet it's been happening. I think the first time when this FBA thing jumped off, first we ran up on the Mayo. Everybody was like Mayo, Babel, Mayo. Then we turned around and hit the Latinos like you got to hold your own tacos. Now we on the Africa. It seemed like it's a long time, and they just asked us to, why would y'all just delineate in peace? But no, it ain't happening like that. Look, some of my brothers want retribution. Some of us don't care, like me. I don't really care because I feel in my heart that FBA already won a diaspora war. We don't need to be out here on the streets talking to them. Talk. We don't need to be doing that. But there's some family, they about that straightening. They about that straight. You know what I mean? They just about that straightening. And those are the people that be over there and at the fake. So let me go ahead and move on to this last part I want to tell you about. Man, so you know that Pan-Africans and FBA ate over the weekend, Roadshow. I don't know if you've seen that. Dr. Maya had James Smalls on, and then next thing you know, she have another show talking about some FBA is coming, try to, talk about, they want to have a reaction to the James Small interview. And it was just not a shit show. It was actually good content. But everybody ate off of that because FBA turned around and they ate off that. Dewan B and them ate off that. And then, she turned around and she ate off that. The next very video, Dr. Maya said, yeah, dog, I want to go ahead and I want to prove that it is a Pan-Africans out here. You know how many views she got?
How many?
Less than 1K.
Damn.
Less than 1K.
Yo,
And the other
I'm gonna tell you
like
something. I'm gonna give you the secret. The reason why, I even gonna have to add Sarnetta into this. Sarnetta got crazy numbers when he started talking about foundational Black Americans. Like I think he did double numbers than when he usually do the debates.
Dang. You should play that video for us.
All right, yeah, I will. I'll do that. I'll do that reaction to that because the shit is mad long. They got my boy Cap in there too. So it's
let's find the good parts. Don't go over there. We don't have to watch our video. I don't think nobody got time for that. But if you already pre-watched the video, skipping it in front of the part where he putting his foot in his mouth, because I watched that video you just talked about. Sarnetta actually said, man, these foundational Black Americans, they actually pay. Look how much money I'm getting on my Cash App. Man, if y'all keep on paying me, I'm going to go ahead and be FBA. That's a sellout shit. I don't like that. You know what I mean?
But I think I think he is a FBA. It's just he's indigenous.
He ain't pulling for me, bro. Don't act like Sarnetta on my team.
No, I'm talking about this. I don't think, I think ethnicity wise, he is FBA. He's a Black New Yorker. I don't think he's a Caribbean. His father is Puerto Rican, but his mother is indigenous.
Yes, I know that. We all know that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You this and you can be that, but what's coming out your mouth?
You could
He
still be
trying to figure
selling
out a
us
way to
out, yeah.
break. He trying to figure out a way to break up the lineage. He ain't trying to help the lineage.
Yeah.
Now I got other people. Like the other day, they just told me, "Oh man, I gotta go mute again. My dog's about to start tripping."
Let me ask y'all a question. Um, Convo, you still there? All right, Convo stepped out. All right, so I'm gonna say this. Let me ask you a
Mute up.
question. Since all these immigrants, not immigrants, I'm sorry, I can't blame this on immigrants, tethers. Since all these tethers are saying FBA is a cult, can we say Pan Africanism is a cult? That's something to actually really think about because let's personally be honest. If we're gonna be like, oh, yo, you know what? FBA is a cult. FBA is a cult. Ain't Pan African is a cult because it's a movement. We don't benefit off of anything. We're giving our money. We have these I wouldn't even say historians, these scholars sleeping with these women. So Kobe, you believe FBA? I mean, you believe Pan Africanism is a cult too? Are you Are you Hebrew? Are you Hebrew, Kobe? You know, I always try to figure out what people are. Pan Africanism is nonsense. Okay, we both could agree on that. But let me ask you a question, cause Convo got me on hold real fast. Oh, he hung up.
No, I'm here. I'm still
Okay, okay,
here.
okay. So, Kobe, what are you? Are you just an immigrant? I really don't want to call you a tether because I don't know where your stance is. I know your stance is that you want to do. Hold on, is this Kwame? Nah, that's not Kwame. He says Pan Africanism is nonsense. But Kobe, I'm gonna say this. Hold on a second. No, definitely not. I am spiritually with my traditional beliefs. That's how I have built my empire. What is your beliefs? You're telling me you have beliefs, but what are your beliefs? Elaborate what they are. Tell me what they are. You know, so I'm gonna say this as well. Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Um, Also, too, if you can't give donations, share this live chat, and also subscribe at the same time as well. Bronze got an old bowl of ramen noodles. Nah, those wasn't ramen noodles. I had this thing. It had some chicken. It had some like boiled eggs and some rice. It was good. I forgot what it's called. I gotta ask my baby mother. I'll let you know next time, Black King. All right. But yeah, it was bomb though. I just had that, man. It was. I almost had a second plate, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Almost had a second plate. And you know, I don't even eat Asian food like that. You know, I usually cook me and my kids their own food. They call FBA a code because we refuse to be used anymore. Yeah, I see that. Hey, Convo, you still there? Yeah, he's busy, everyone.
Yeah, I'm still. It's the dogs all around.
Oh, okay. You want to call back? You can call back.
No, just give me a minute.
Okay. But yeah, I'll be personally honest. I have lived in the U.S. and built and bring people up, both in Africa and the U.S. I believe there is one creator because way to explain it is that it's similar to Buddha mixed with fruit. Well, at least you got an ideology. I salute you for that and helping people. But at the end of the day, as I said, Kobe, not everybody is like you. You know, you can't put everybody. Kobe, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna tell you a story. It's actually an experience that I had. When I was dating a lot, my failure with dating wasn't because I chose the wrong person. It was always having the same standards for them, putting them on a high pedestal. And after that, when they didn't achieve that high pedestal, I was always disappointed. I was always fucking mad. I always wanted to leave. I always had a problem. And what I stopped doing is putting women on a high pedestal, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be disappointed from a person that actually is good for you. And it's just, you're not going to find that perfect person. You're not going to have this perfect type of people that come from a country that comes to America for a better good, you know? There's not everybody's going to be like that, Kobe. Even in the black community, not everybody's going to be honorable and great, and it is what it is. This is life.
Yep.
And it just helps you with situations like this. Situation where you don't have to nigga explain why the fuck is my community's all fucked up, or why is these people that I grew up with in this fucking country coming over here scamming. You know, you don't have to explain that. It's just like, yo, that's the type of nigga shit that they on. Not every. And the thing about it, Black Americans would have been fine with, like, well, not all Africans is like that, but they on some nigga shit. They doing some nigga shit or some what you call it, some bushmeat fucking shit right now, some scavenger shit. You know, so the thing about it, I don't get it. People act like Black Americans are not reasonable people. They're not. They act like Black Americans are not forgiving people. As a Black American and a person who has friends that are African, if I'm from Africa, if I was brought over here from Africa, I wouldn't be forgiving these motherfuckers. I'm gonna be personally honest. I would not forgive them, because at the end of the day, what they did to my ancestors. And I'm gonna be personally honest. It's like, yo, put it this way. Even if I did forgive them, I'm not gonna forget what these motherfuckers did, because at the end of the day, they're still doing it.
Yeah, delineation, not hate, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all, delineation is not hate. I don't hate no Jamaicans or Africans, because I'm just worried about my family first. I like how they had Anton Daniels. He just jumped on the bandwagon. My man Red Supreme exposed him, said, man, don't trust him. Yeah. Because he was just caught the other day talking about some y'all ain't shit. You know, talking about FBA.
Talk about black people are lazy. Yeah, I know.
And today he's talking about FBAs. You know, the Somalians, you know, they went down. You know, he done jumped on the bandwagon. And so he was acting Six the Goddess. You know that he ride with Six the Goddess.
Oh yeah.
He acted Six. What is the FBA? You know what I mean? You see how like Sinetta had asked Captain Zaria the other day, what is the FBA? Nah, Six on code. I didn't even know, but Six is on code.
Six God is
I like
on
how
code.
she down to him. She told him like this. She said, look, say if you was Nigerian.
Was this an older interview? Because I think I seen that one.
No, this just came out, fam.
Oh, okay, so I gotta rewatch it, because they stopped fucking with each other. You know that, right?
I know, so that's why I'm just trying to tell you. Listen, FBA, I don't know when. Yeah, you're right. That could have been a year ago.
Yeah, because I think they stopped fucking with each other like a ill minute ago, because, like you said, Six God is on code. And like Anton Daniels just be talking crazy about black people because he got money. He got a little bit of money, you know?
Yeah, we know about that part. Do the research for me. When you find that video where Six telling Anton about FBA, look down at the damn date and tell me what I was, so we can all be on code.
Yeah, definitely.
But what I like how she got explained this to him, she said that say you moved to Nigeria and you've been over there for 5 years. And next thing you know, you done got money and everything. You got a house and everything. And all of a sudden, they start talking about Nigerian issues. You think damn that they gonna let you come in the circle and talk about some. Yeah, I think y'all should do this, and I think y'all should do that. That's the same way the FBA be feeling about everybody else that's talking about we need to be lumped into some African American too.
All right.
That'll make
Hey,
you a
10 more
generic
minutes. 10
nigga.
more minutes. We're gonna start the show. All right. 10 more minutes. You good? You good? Do your
Yeah,
thing.
I ain't even about to talk 10 minutes. I'm about to wrap it up. You know me, I land my plane. But I was just saying, when I was coming around the corner is, man, we ain't worried about that. I'm not no generic Negro. I'm not no generic Negro. You know, man, I'm from the soil. And you gonna say, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from Cuba, I'm from motherfucking Brazil, I'm from Portugal. You gonna say all of this. I'm from Jamaica. I'm saying I'm from here. Where your family from? Alabama. You know what I mean? What you mean? Lastly, let me land my plane. Man, dog, I just found out it's like 3-4 people in Detroit, man, that's Pan-African. And I was listening to Tyreek today, and Tyreek was saying, hey, y'all.
Salute to Black Righteous. Salute Black Righteous. Salute. Go on.
Tyreek say, hey, what's up? What's that city that be having the most ops? This man said, Kev, I'm sorry, but Detroit. He said, Chicago. I'm like, New York. He said, no, Baltimore. I'm like, dog, my boy Rocho over there. So he named all of our cities as op cities. And it's confirmed because I'm the only FBA in Detroit that I found.
Yeah.
And
Boston
right
is
here,
diverse. Boston is very diverse.
Yeah,
so yeah.
But yeah, Boston, he said Baltimore, that's where all the ops at.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to find out stuff. And that's true because I don't know if you know DJ Genesis Detroit. I was there for her live the other day, right? And I'm like, damn, she one of those where they put FBA in the description. Put FBA in the description, and I pull up. You know what I'm saying? Some of my family pull up. We start defending in the lineage, but I was listening to her talking point, and the way she was talking, you could clearly see she was trying to be a Pan-African, just apologetic, A Pan-African apologetic is somebody you need to watch out for because they want to play both sides. They want to be in the middle. And that's why I'm trying to tell you delineation is not hate. But you're going to have to pick a side, my man. You got to pick a side. You can't be. You can love Pan-African. You can love the diaspora. But if you love them before me, then I guess you with them. I guess you with them then. I don't want you speaking on my behalf. I don't want you coming in my spaces talking about something. I'm y'all. Because you're not. You running with them. And I land my plane.
Thank you, FBA, man. I'm glad you spoke, man. You did your thing, man, as always.
Appreciate you, man. I'll see you soon. Peace out, y'all.
All right, easy. That was FBA Convo. He's a usual guest on the show. Definitely a usual speaker, man. Shout out to FBA Convo. I do want to say this. All right, cool. Before we start my show, I had a few bullet points, and like how and why and what happened about Black Americans just waking up and finding out the truth. And you know me, I really don't like to blame Pan-Africanism because at the end of the day, we did have a choice. Even though I think it was COINTELPRO, I think it was co-opted by the CIA and everything, even if you watch one of my short videos where Kwame and Shabaka flipped out on me because we was watching a video on 19 Keys, I'll be personally honest about that. With the 19 Keys, I fuck with 19 Keys heavy, man. I like his content. His content we could sit there and watch and we can agree to certain things. What's going on, DJ X1? If I didn't say what's up, like he has great content, and like this dude's gonna get numbers. Like I'm gonna say this: give 19 Keys another 6 months. Let him be active like every day. Oh, he will be big in the conscious community. I'm just gonna be. What's going on, Dorsey? Salute. Let me see. No one single. illiterate FBA has predicted Pan-Africanism for it to be a problem for them. This is how FBA repeats it. It's just know what it is, Black King, because we got like 3 or 4 more minutes. It's the experience that Black Americans have with Pan-Africanism. It's not like, oh, yo, you know what? We just saying this because we hate these motherfuckers. No, we hate the ideology of the Pan-Africanism because it doesn't benefit us. Let me ask you a question, Black King. If you win $1 million and you win this $1 million and you did it all by yourself, you didn't have nobody help, you have a nigga telling you like, yo, you need to give up that $1 million and help and give it to a fucking church. You need to give that $1 million to a fucking church. You don't need to be having that $1 million. That's how Pan-Africanism is with Black Americans. They are not like that to no other race of people. Not with the Africans, not with the Caribbeans, not with the Afro-Latinos. Mr. Know-It-All, I'm a light-skinned rebel. I know my people were FBA, Joe Watson, and Black. Facts. So, Black King, I get your aggression, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense when it's coming. Give me a second. I got to charge my laptop. It just doesn't make sense when it comes from, from a motherfucker who's from outside looking in. If you're outside looking in, I understand where it's going to be like, oh, okay, you know what? It makes sense. Oh, yeah, you know what? They don't get it and stuff like that. They're fighting. And the thing about it, put it this way, Black King. If immigrants, we're not going to talk about tethers. We're going to talk about immigrants. If immigrants if most of y'all were on the same side of Black Americans with our policies and our laws and stuff, we wouldn't have this diaspora situation. We would still be thinking that, yo, we are all African. I'm going to be personally honest. But at the end of the day, y'all exposed yourselves. Africans exposed themselves when they started telling Black Americans, we're more African to you. Then when Black Americans did the research, when foundational Black Americans did the research, you fucked yourself over. You were right. You were more African to me. You are more African to me. So now the question is, what the fuck is the problem? Why are we talking about this? What is going on? Why do you have this animosity against Black Americans? Generational wealth. Facts. Thank you, Dorsey. I'm going to be personally honest. And the thing about it, I'm going to even say this. I'm going to even go farther than this. Most of y'all motherfuckers in the Caribbeans and these Latino countries, y'all don't even like Africans. I've been telling y'all this. What's going on, Armageddon? Salute. I've been telling y'all this for probably 6 months that y'all Caribbean people don't even like fucking Africans. So how are y'all telling us to like Africans? And it's like, I get it. If it's more beneficial for you, you're going to ride out for it. I get it. It's just, it doesn't work anymore. You can't get mad at the shit not working. What generational do Black American have? It just, I don't even know what you're talking about, Black King. I was talking about, Jesus Christ. You're having a conversation with Dorsey. Let me not get into it. You know what? I'll even start my show. I don't even know what you're talking about. And that's my fault. I apologize because I'm just reading going down the live chat. We're gonna start with the first show, and I'm gonna go on what I just said. You know, Jamaicans don't even like Africans, or Caribbeans don't even like Africans. You know, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how much they like them. You know.
Yes.
Out with a documentary debating Puerto Rican involvement. So I know in the past you because Puerto Ricans is stupid, and he said it was foundational black.
Hold on. Where is it? No, right here.
Or to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions.
To decide. CJ, I know you like Nigerians. Keep me away from this dirty Africa, man. I'll be from there. You know Jamaicans came from Africa? No, we did not. But you did come from Africa. We did not come from Africa. Just keep to decide. CJ, I know you like Nigerians. Keep me away from this dirty Africa, man. I'll be from there. Dirty things, them. Have you seen what the food looks like? How can I be from Africa? I don't eat that dirty food from Africans, bro.
You're Jamaican, right?
Oh, God.
So I'm gonna say this. Is the Jamaicans on the same road as the foundational black Americans? Are they saying the same thing that black Americans are saying? Let's listen to this man one more time. Let's listen to him one more time.
You know Jamaicans came from Africa? No, we did not. But you did come from Africa. We did not come from Africa. Just keep to decide. CJ, I know you like Nigerians. Keep me away from this dirty Africa, man. I'll be from there.
He said this dirty African. I'm going to say this, everyone. You fuck around, you're going to have Jamaicans fighting for black American rights sooner or later. I'm telling you, y'all gonna listen to me. Listen to what I just said. You're going to have Jamaicans fighting for black American rights sooner or later. What's going on, Go Gadget? Go. Salute. The thing, I'm going to say this, Go Gadget, and salute to Jamaica. The thing with y'all is, and this has always been it, is you got to get those motherfuckers out your country. You got to call, you see how black American, when some bullshit happens to a leader or somebody, motherfuckers cause scenes, motherfuckers disrupt the system. That's what y'all gonna have to do sooner or later. I know your shit is under Atlantis right now, but that shit is y'all gonna get on top. Y'all gonna be on top sooner or later again. Cause you gotta look at it. Let's be personally honest. When we think of the Caribbean coast, we think of Jamaica. So this is what I'm gonna say, and this is just my advice. Y'all motherfuckers are gonna have y'all are gonna need solidarity in y'allselves. No more of this yardman and all this other rude boy wars. Y'all gonna have to come together and get y'all country back. You're gonna have to come to your country and you're gonna have to come together and get your country back. Get your resources. When you get your resources, you make the price. You tell them where it's going to go. You tell them what they're going to get. And this is why I said, and this is why I'm going to even say this. This was a black Americans problem for a while, too, that we really couldn't come together. We had to see a fucking Alabama riot, a Montgomery riot, and say, yo, we got to quit this shit. We're better, stronger. You know? Jamaicans is not strong enough to resist Africans. Jamaicans don't even like Africans. I'm going to be personally honest. Jamaicans don't even like Africans. We're going to keep on going on to this video, but Jamaicans is on the same shit that we are on. Yeah, we have African genetics, but ethnically wise, we are Jamaican. That's what the type of shit they on. So we can't hate them, and I'm gonna say this: we can't hate them for even being like that. You know, don't forget, it was the Africans that sold the Jamaicans. It was the Africans that sold the Trinidadians. It was the Africans that sold the Brazilians, the Latino, the Afro-Latinos. So at the end of the day, they have a reason to feel this way. It's just, I'm just wondering why it took so long. You know, it's, my man said they ain't right. Oh, you from Montgomery? My family's from Selma. So, Selma and Tuscaloosa. So, shout out to Alabama. But yeah, it's y'all gonna have to come together, man. Fuck all this diaspora war that's happening in America. I'm telling you, I'm being personally honest. Fuck all this this black diaspora shit. You know, whenever y'all can send back to Jamaica and to the warriors in Jamaica, this is gonna happen. What's going on, Spence? Salute. So yeah, it's y'all gotta get busy, man. Y'all gotta get busy. Like I said, y'all be back on the top. It's just at the end of the day, y'all gotta stop worrying about motherfuckers in America. You know, y'all do what you can control. It's gonna come to that. You know, you do what you can control.
Don't take things them. Have you seen what the food looks like? How can I be from Africa? Bro, eat that dirty food.
You talking about monkey knuckles?
Africans, bro.
You're Jamaican, right?
Oh, God, here we go. I know you're trying to take it.
There's ignorant Jamaicans. I'm not African, bro. I'm Jamaican. I was born in Yard.
I mean, there you go. You got it there.
I'm not African.
You got it there.
Bro, you know you're African, right?
Are you mad? I am Jamaican. I am not.
First of all, get it right, brother. It's Jamaican, not Jamaican. And brother, are you Jamaican? Are you Jamaican? Or you gonna tell me some you're African? Yes, we're of African descent. We are not Africans. We were born in Africa.
He's doing
You the man of
historical
Jamaica.
lessons.
Now, I am in the state of Ohio. Nelsonville, Ohio to be exact. And I've been here almost 1 year now. And this is the first time someone called me the N-word. I don't know. I'm from the Caribbean, so it's like whatever.
That is.
I don't know.
John Big Car, yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy, have a bustin'.
Jamaica I come from. Jamaica running my blood clot DNA. You understand? I'm a Caribbean. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not Ghanaian.
This is the type of shit we have to talk about, you know? And I gotta be personally honest. I have to stop this here because this is my concern, you know, even with pan-africanism. And shout out to Kobe. He said something actually pretty dope. He said pan-africanism is nonsense. It's nonsense. You know, and I gotta be personally honest. This is just how people feel about, you know, just being from one country. To a white supremacist, they don't give a damn where you from. To the yeah, of course. You know, I agree with that. DJ X1. It's nonsense, and I agree with you. I'm
not Zimbabwe. I'm not from Holland. I'm a blood clot Jamaican. So
there's a video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live a foreign, yeah, in relation to issues of black.
Don't forget to like and comment, and also share this live. Share. But also, what's very important, I need y'all to subscribe. If you want to be in the live chat and comment, you need to subscribe, and it'll take 5 minutes, and you could jump into the live chat, or even less. And also, if you want to donate, I will put the I'll put it in the live chat. Give me a second. I'm gonna put it in the live chat for y'all. And we have Super Chat. We got Cash App. We got Super Chat, Cash App, and we also got Venmo. Whatever you want to use. I encourage people to use Super Chat because it pops up on the screens with your with the note that you put. So salute.
Blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, yard or foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Oh. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response, well, we have all kinds of people, because the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African Jamaicans are...
Did y'all peep what this lady just said? They call her Indian Jamaican, Chinese Jamaican, all these other Jamaicans except African Jamaican. You know why? You know why? Because at the end of the day, Jamaican is already black Jamaicans or African Jamaicans, so at the end, we can't get mad about not me. I don't give a fuck. Jamaicans can't get mad for not being called African Jamaican. What's going on, Lala? Salute. We can't get mad with people not calling each other African Jamaicans. And I already knew, and I was saying to myself a while ago, this was going to happen. And you know what? I will say this. I'm going to be personally honest. This is one thing they can blame Tariq Nasheed on. They could blame Tariq Nasheed for that shit. Because when Tariq was saying, what's wrong with y'all saying African American and all this other crazy shit? Tariq Nasheed was saying, why can't y'all call yourself African Jamaicans, Trinidadian Jamaicans, African Brazilians? Now, we just had, that's about 45 minutes ago. Yeah. Now it's coming back to haunt them because at the end of the day, everybody has a different ethnicities, and I don't see. And the thing about it, I'm gonna even say this: I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see a big deal of just calling yourself African American. Jamaican. If you're the majority of Jamaica, you shouldn't have to call yourself Black Jamaican. You know, so Africans will mix with Africans because I don't know many of them want people. Facts. Give me a second. So yeah, we can't get mad about that. I'm gonna be personally honest. We can't get mad on how people feel about Jamaica. You know, and like I say, and this is where I have to say, shout out to Jamaica. I'm not even gonna make jokes about Jamaica. I actually gotta say, shout out to Jamaica, because at the end of the day, they're standing 10 toes down on what they feel what Jamaica is supposed to be. Don't forget, these people are the minority. I mean, they're the majority. They're the majority of their country. So, hey, they got to accept that. I'll be right back,
Assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable, and we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert our Africanness and our blackness without fear or favor, and not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
All right, let's talk about something real simple, but folks still keep pretending not to get it. Now, why is it nobody ever calls Jamaicans African Jamaican? Nobody refers to Haitians as African Haitians. Those groups are allowed to have their own distinct cultural and national identities without nobody questioning them. But the moment foundational Black Americans say, hey, we got our own lineage too, here come all them questions. Can't we all just be black together? What about the immigrants that's black first? Ain't that FBA stuff just on the internet? Ain't that just an internet term? Let's keep it a million. FBA is a lineage based on the descendants of U.S. chattel slavery. That is it. Being black first does not make you FBA. Supporting us does not mean you're eligible for reparations check. Nobody disrespects Jamaicans like this. Nobody tells Haitians to fold their identity into something else. So why are you trying to remix ours? I'll tell you why. Because reparations is a real debt, and everybody's trying to find a way in. Black first does not mean FBA last, and we don't have time to play games with grown-ups that know better. FBA is our lineage, and reparations is our justice claim. And we're not folding for nobody.
You cannot tell the average Jamaican right now that they are African, even though 90% of the population is predominantly of African descent. You can tell the Indian that they are Indian, and they have a clear sense of what Indianness looks like and feels like. But you ask about the Africans, and then people look sideways at you and wonder if you're going mad, and have a retort ready for you to say, no, but you're Jamaican. But if you came from Africa as corn and are planted in Jamaica or Trinidad or Tobago, you don't become peas, you're still corn. So it is, again, a disconnect between our past selves and our sense of history, and the loss of that sense to the reconstruction of ourselves in other people's image and likeness, and therefore that's the recipe for cognitive dissonance, a sort of madness in fact.
So you think you're English? You think you're Anglo-Saxon? I wish some of you would go to England and say some of these things to these white people, because they'll quickly put you in your place and tell you to go back to Africa. You are the only ones who don't know where you're from, and it's really sad. Yes, you speak Patois. What do you think Patois is made up of? A lot of it is African words. And if you really want to know what tribes we came from, it's so easy. Just look at the language that we speak, which is Patois. A lot of the words are from the Ashanti tribe. I'm just surprised that a lot of Jamaicans don't know these things. You know, it's basic history, really. But it just shows you how much the education system has failed us, because we don't know ourselves. Most Jamaicans struggle with English.
Where did we hear that bullshit from? Who else said that? Oh, it's the educational system. Tethers. Tethers have said that. Tethers has said that, oh, it's the educational system. They're not smart. These Jamaicans know where the fuck they're from. And I want to show y'all why I'm showing this video. Because of Black Americans waking up, other countries, other Caribbean countries, Latin countries, they're starting to wake up and they're going to say like, yo, I have African genetics, but that's not the only genetics I have. That is not the only genetics I have. Just remember I said that. That is not the only genetics they have. So shout out for Jamaica, not the only people being woke like Black Americans, but I had to show this video. Now are we going to say, who's a cosplaying don't work no more? Yes, absolutely. Thank you, let's get it 004. It just doesn't work no more. Now the question is going to ask, because this thing that we can say Jamaica hit a woke point where they're saying like, yo, we're not only African, we're not even African. We've been in Jamaica too long. We're different ethnicities. Their story will never get out because they can't use FBA platforms anymore. Facts. They burnt their bridges, so the thing about that is, Mr. Know-It-All, their fight's gonna be a little bit longer than ours. And this is when the resilience comes out, and it's gonna have to say like, yo, I have to be strong out here. This warrior stuff that I talk about, I have to be a warrior. I gotta be lit out here. So, and like I said, I get it. From a Black American looking into Jamaica, we understand. We understand what these people are saying. This girl right here, she's a coon. This is what you call a pan-African of Jamaicans.
English. In fact, not just Jamaicans. Most Black people in the West who speak the language of their colonizers struggle with the language. That's why you end up with Creole and Patois. We have to mix up the African in there to express ourselves. English is not ours. It belongs to another group of people. Languages are born out of a culture. English didn't come from us. There are so many simple things that tell us who we are. There's so much African retention around us, including the fact that we speak Patois. It's not rocket science. And it's just shameful to see this display of ignorance on social media.
Yo, Jamaicans, I'm gonna need us to get up off of that. Now, I'm tired of seeing videos where it's people, well, Caribbean people, women, males, saying that Jamaicans got correlations to Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana. It's like, if we could curse on TikTok, I would tell y'all to shut the... Nah, for real, just be quiet. And if anybody that see this video that's triggered from the Caribbean, then so what? I'm gonna need us to throw that whole idea away, right? Because now we in a time where all the truth is being let out, right? So Jamaicans thinking they from Ghana.
What's going on, Latimer? Salute. Let me see. Seems like he is cosplaying American. No Americans give a goddamn about what Jamaicans call themselves. He is obviously. He's probably a New Yorker. I will say that. He's probably from New York. Them New Yorkers, all of them niggas is. It's a different world out there in New York. Shout out to New York, but it's a different world. So I personally can't hate because I might have to consider that New York culture, you know?
And thinking they from Nigeria, and Haitians thinking they from France and all of that. It's so ignorant. And at this time, I'ma just need y'all to be quiet, because even African Americans thought they was from Africa. Turns out, y'all, we all from America. Nobody took us from Africa to put us in these lands. They came over here and we were already here.
Make this shit up.
They came to Jamaica. There were already black people in Jamaica when they colonized Jamaica. They came to Haiti.
Yo, I can't make this shit up, my man. Latimer, what's going on, man? But nigga. Yo, you can't even be mad at the dude. You can't even be mad at the dude. If this nigga's from Jamaica, like, an educated person knows the Olmecs are of African origin. Shit, I knew this was gonna... Black King, I did not know you was gonna do this first. And I'm gonna say this. I always thought Kwame would do this before you do that. What you just said, Black Americans have been saying that. Black Americans have been saying that. Foundational Black Americans been saying that. And you said, no, you niggas is crazy. Now all of a sudden, Black King, and this is where I have to call your bullshit. Now you saying this nigga is African. So what is that telling you? That nigga probably haven't been an African in thousands of years, them Olmecs. This is what I was explaining to you, Black King. And you was making fun of niggas talking about, oh, these niggas think they're Indians. Your platform in there. Let them create their own space. If they want to tell their story, they will get noted. Oh, shit. Shout out Mr. Know-It-All.
It was already black people in Haiti before they colonized Haiti. They came to America, and there was already black people here in America before they colonized America. And the Caribbeans, Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, all the Caribbeans, right? They are a part of American territory. So, I need y'all all to realize that we all have been indoctrinated. A Jamaican saying they from Ghana is the same thing as an African American saying they from Africa. We all didn't come from Africa. I need y'all to understand that when they came to these lands with quote unquote slaves, guys, they came empty handed and they turned people that were here slaves already. Every time I see a video with a Caribbean person saying they got African ancestry, it just baffles me. And then y'all go super hard like y'all know what y'all talking about, off like y'all was there. First of all, Jamaicans, Aboriginal Americans, all of us, guys, we wear dreadlocks. Mayans, which were the original Americans, they wear dreadlocks. We look just like the Mayans. We still practice the same practices till this day. Jamaicans and Aboriginals, you're more of a Mayan and an Olmec than you are African. Period. So every time you see one of them videos, shut that down, because knowledge is power and we all been indoctrinated. Get that spell off for you.
Listen, I don't know what Jamaican or what African needs to hear this. This video got a lot of y'all in the comment section mad. Like, y'all is mad, okay? So I feel like I didn't get my point across correctly, so I'm going to say it a little nicer this time. so you guys can understand. All I'm saying is if you live in America and you don't like America and you don't like Americans and you have a home country to go back to, just go back. Why stay here if you don't like it?
Niggas, everybody, y'all pay attention. Black King is about to crash out.
But let me tell y'all why a lot of y'all not gonna go back. Cause a lot of y'all in the comment section, oh, Jamaica's better, and we got bigger houses and we live in mansions and all this crazy shit. Let me tell y'all something. Jamaica is one of the poorest nations in North America. So y'all can sit here and act like Jamaica is rich. Jamaica is not rich. Y'all actually rely heavily on tourism. If people didn't come there and tour there and come visit y'all island, y'all would be even poorer. So I don't know why y'all talking like y'all get all this money out there. Y'all don't. And then we not even gonna talk about how y'all come out here on visas, and then as soon as that expire, you'll fucking marry a frog hopping in the pond.
What's going on,
just to get a
Charlie
green
Shaw?
card.
Salute. What's going
Don't
on?
y'all do that?
King,
Yeah, y'all do that.
Killmonger's my hero.
Oh, I'm just
Salute.
saying facts. Y'all about to get mad again? Because that's what y'all do. Because y'all don't want to leave America. Because America is putting food on your table back home in Jamaica. Okay? So all I'm saying is y'all should be grateful that y'all here. Because y'all don't have no money out there in Jamaica. One American dollar is like 157 Jamaican dollars. So of course, if I went to Jamaica with $5,000, I'd be a fucking millionaire. So it's just like, yo, y'all stop acting like y'all getting all this money in Jamaica and y'all do all this crazy. Y'all don't make no money out there. Okay? If us Americans didn't come out there, yo, Jamaica would be fucked. And it's just facts, man. So y'all need to stop getting upset because I'm telling y'all something that's real. I don't have nothing against y'all. I love Jamaicans. I love Africans. All I'm saying is be grateful that you're in a country that can provide you and that can provide for your people back home. Y'all motherfuckers is acting like if they came and took your green card right now, your ass would be crying. Your ass would be crying and begging to stay here. You'd be looking for a frog to marry. Fuck you talking about?
Alright guys, so that's it for this video. So as you can see, Jamaicans do not like to be called.
Yo, Jamaicans do not like to be called African. The last, if you have to resort to it, so I mean she's ironic you out. You iron you out. Oh shit, that's fucked up. She probably wears a do-rag, Black Queen. What is it? See how knowledgeable you are. Yeah, yo, Claude Van Damme, they were getting busy. Charlie Shaw, you never lie. You never lie what you just said. Let me see. Killmonger, she looks like my partner. Partner? Okay, partner. They both look like the chick from the internet band. Oh no, they African Jamaicans. If I'm African American, oh shit. Yeah, oh shit. Nah, she wears a Ronette, eat hot Cheetos, and wear those Fuzi slips to the airport. Yeah, I told you everybody, Black King is about to crash out, everybody. I'm clipping that. I'm gonna tell you, Black King, I'm clipping every time you crash out, I'm clipping it. And I'm gonna put your name. So this is the type of sucker shit I do. So hey.
African, so it's crazy. A lot of people.
I just wanted to show y'all that not only Black Americans are waking up. Immigrants that are not tethers are telling y'all, saying that they are not fucking African. They are not African. Now we're gonna watch this video. This video right here, we all got to pay attention to this because we're going to see a lot of crash outs and people regretting it.
So I know in the past, you and I have spoken about the origins of hip hop, but recently things have gotten a little more crazy because KRS-One came out and said anyone that tries to deny the involvement of Puerto Ricans is stupid. And he said it was foundational Black Americans, Jamaicans, and Puerto Ricans that created hip hop. Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian said that was BS, and he's been challenging everyone to debate, including Fat Joe, Crazy Legs, and more. I don't know if you saw, but Tariq Nasheed, he came out with a documentary debating Puerto Rican involvement in the creation of hip hop. What do you think about all of this?
Well, I can only tell you my experience. I wasn't there when hip hop was founded. But I've had a conversation with Ralph McDaniels. I was interviewed on his Video Music Box show. And before we were even on camera, we were talking about the origin of hip hop. And I was saying, listen, I feel like hip hop is the bastard child of Latin music. Now, keep in mind, Latin music is not just what we think Latin is, because we Latinos are just a mixture of, African, all the, many different races, right? The thing is, African rhythms were taken to the Caribbean because when slaves were brought there, and so the drum and the frequencies and the rhythms of all that started to evolve, and they were brought to New York City as well. So there was a time when Boogaloo was starting to outshine all the Latin bands, and Boogaloo was the fusion of Latin rhythms, R&B, and soul, right? But the guys at Fania, they started getting jealous because these Boogaloo bands were outshining all the old salsa bands, right? So they started blacklisting them from the clubs. And that genre, I'm getting chills as I'm talking about this right now, that genre just kind of declined. And I say because of the decline of that genre, mind you, the kids had in their ears Latin rhythms. There were kids on the streets rhyming. And Ralph McDaniels told me that he was taking kids in Spanish Harlem to the studio to rap on top of Latin soul. So the music, the music strikes a chord in you. You can rap without any music, you know what I mean? But for someone to get a certain cadence and a rhythm, it does come, especially when if that music strikes a chord, now that cadence and that rhythm is in collaboration with that music. So yes, it was a mixture of everybody coming together, and I would say even the Jews and Italians, but there were few of them in there. You know what I mean? And really, it's really silly for this conversation to be had, because at the end of the day, we are all one, and everybody wants to claim to be the first one. They want to be the originator, right?
The new movement in the Free Black African movement, about, anti-tethers and calling people tethers and stuff, that's a psyop. That's a psyop. That is a psyop. The sooner we realize that, the better. And watch how, aggressive these people are about it, too. That's what...
Yo, Black King, I think this man is about to expose you right now. Listen to what he says.
To be the first one. They want to be the originator, right?
The new movement in the Free Black African movement, about, anti-tethers and calling people tethers and stuff, that's a psyop. That's a psyop. That is a psyop. The sooner we realize that, the better. And watch how, aggressive these people are about it, too. That's what should, be, you know what I mean? Why are you all of a sudden so fervent about, I hate tethers, or, they don't understand this. Where was all of this,
Black King?
A year ago, 2 years ago? Now, all of a sudden, all of these people, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I don't know. They're too aggressive for it to be, natural. And you would have thought it would develop, quicker, because the Free Black African movement has been around for so long. How come these themes have, I'm sure they've been there, but how come they're all of a sudden so prominent? It doesn't make any sense, how fat.
No, they're not prominent. They're not working. That's the thing. Yo, I'm sorry, everyone. But, that African shit does not work in America. I got to be personally honest. It just doesn't work in America. Niggas know a scam when we see a scam, especially a big scam. Did blues come from... or did soul food comes from? Facts. That's actually a great question, Charlie Shaw. Where did this shit come from? This shit didn't come from Africa or the Caribbeans or Puerto Rico and stuff like. Let me tell you something. One thing I started noticing about Puerto Ricans, they always like to steal shit now. Just talk. And the thing about it, this is why I like talking to Be Active. Be Active always want to add his culture into some shit. But his culture only got 2 fucking genres. In 100 years, they only got 2 fucking genres. No. One of the genres that they had, they gave to the fucking Italians, and it was called freestyle. the Stevie B and shit like that. The Puerto Ricans gave that shit up. Them niggas used to walk around here and doing the booger sugar with the mullet fucking Jerry curl. Yeah, them niggas was out here wilding out. Dit. Y'all Puerto Ricans is crazy. Yeah, y'all niggas gave up fucking freestyle. I call it Italian music now. I call it Italian freestyle, you know? So it's, nigga, y'all gave that shit away.
And anybody who's been paying attention, you'll see we're in like post pan-Africanism. So like, where was the transition? How did we go from pan-Africanism straight to hating immigrants and calling them tethers?
The brother's hairline start back here.
Oh shit.
And his forehead is from here all the way down to here. I think the brother's name is Chaotic Truth. I had to go check the YouTube channel out, y'all. And it's just so sad to see a brother talking about this is a tether calling people tethers. Oh, nigga, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. We got tethers calling other
facts. Thank you, Charlie
other
Shaw.
Tethers. You can't make it up. The brother's forehead is back here, y'all. His forehead, his lineup starts from here, and his forehead go. I mean, I don't know if this dude is Nigerian. I think he admitted that he's Nigerian, but he's born in America. This dude is born in America with a forehead longer than a pole. It looked like he got his forehead is like a coffee table. Okay, it's like one of them long coffee. This brother got a freeway, and he got the nerve to call other people tethers. The brother forehead bigger than Diddy's. Okay, it looks like a surfboard. And he started a channel. He actually eclipsed my channel. I'm a small YouTuber. He's a small YouTuber. I got about 10.5. I looked at his channel. He got about 10.7. And this dude was born in America, but I think he's Nigerian born. But you got to understand, a lot of these tethers have self-hatred for their countries. This is a Nigerian American. He's born in America. He's an anchor baby.
Oh, shit.
Born in America. Forehead longer than Jesus Christ. You look at him, you could tell he's not a...
Hello there. My name is Haitian Prize, and welcome to my tether talk of the day. See, unlike you, sir, I have no problem with being a tether. Because I know that I'm tethered to God, and I'm also tethered to West, Central, and even a little bit of South Africa. That doesn't bother me. I sleep very well at night. And the only reason why you don't believe it is because white supremacy did its big one and messing up a lot of y'all minds. You see, those anti-African rhetorics that you guys are sharing in the comment sections, I see them all. And I don't care. Because I said what I said yesterday. It still stands today. And you know what? Rest in peace to me. Because I'm ready to die on that hill. My favorite color is purple, so if you want to send flowers, just send purple flowers.
England started drill music.
Anchor baby, yup.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Man, Chicago started drill music. Don't come in with that.
Know
that.
We caught him. We got him.
My favorite color is purple, so if you want to send flowers, just send purple flowers.
England started drill music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, Chicago started drill music. Don't come in with that.
Nope. England started.
I'll even go further and say Houston with Waka Flocka Flame started drill music. Let's not lie about this. I'm going farther to say Waka Flocka Flame and Gucci Men are the fathers of drill music. I gotta go farther than that. Look at their inspiration. Who was the first one they ever heard talk about somebody getting killed? Somebody's partner getting killed. Gucci Man. Did we forget about Jeezy and Gucci's problems? And shout out to Jeezy's partner who got murdered. But let's not lie about this. We can't say that, yo, this shit started in the UK. And this is grime music. No, y'all niggas is not that on no status like that. Let's stop playing.
I want to hear that. No. You coming over here now? We about to have. I thought this was gonna be a good show. So no. Don't come. So you doing the same thing that Jamaica do. She come over here and she start taking stuff from America. Right. No, let me teach you something that you never know. Try to break it down. No, let me teach you now. UK is the start of every culture, every pop culture. UK started the Afrobeat wave.
Not Africa.
The wave.
The wave.
The wave in terms of the acceptance on the West.
Okay.
UK started that wave. When it comes to your R&B music, most of your R&B. Oh, no, we're not going to do that.
And that's why that nigga is crazy. Let's personally be honest. That's why he's from Birmingham, Alabama, and them niggas is crazy in Birmingham. All them niggas is crazy in Alabama. I'm going to tell y'all something, all right? I had a cousin. He wasn't an uncle. He was a cousin. This nigga was talking to his wife. This nigga beat the shit out of him, tied his ankle to... He tied his ankles to the back of his car and drove off while the motherfucker's driving from the back of his car. Then after that, shot the motherfucker. Then he seen another motherfucker who saw him and shot the dude. So at the end of the coast, it was a West Coast been drilling. Shout out to 3131 Joey. He's riding off for the West and saying the West Coast started it. I'm sorry, I gotta say it was the South, man. It was Gucci and Waka. I personally have to say it. You know, And I fuck with the West Coast hard. Shout out to K-Dot and AD. AD actually put out a dope-ass song called, I think, Gangsta Boogie. I think like 50 niggas in California got that song, Gangsta Boogie. But I think every time I hear it, it gets even better. Nah, that shit was the South. I personally have to give the South for it. Because you got to understand, who did Chief Key get this inspiration from? It was a Herb and all these other people get this inspiration from to talking about people's dead homies. You know, I understand that they were degenerates, but at the end of the day, we gotta blame their environment, but also who they loved as rappers. Who they love as rappers. They wasn't doing shit like Twister and other people like that, or Common Sense. And we gotta also say, Chicago has a great history in hip hop. You know, is by definition gangster rap. It's a subculture of it. It's a sub definition of it. I don't think it's the same thing. You know, y'all niggas do talk about niggas dead homies, talk about niggas mother and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, don't forget these niggas in Chicago's are crash outs. Y'all niggas in California are not crash outs. You know, so this is why I say it's not from y'all, because y'all are not crash outs. You know, most black Americans in California came from. I agree with that. They all came from like Louisiana, Texas, maybe Kansas. But I'll say this, 3131, you might be right. Who knows? You might be right. You might know something that we all don't know. But all I know, Gucci Mane and Waka Flocka Flame is the father of that, because before drill music came out, they were listening to Going Hard in the Paint, you know, Gucci Mane talking about people's dead homies. Yeah, it's you know. But I can't say you're wrong, because at the end of the day, you do have a culture of, you know, shitting on people's homies. You know, so yeah. Q said, Dipset, Beanie Single, G Unit, Gucci Mane, etc. It was an inspiration. I would say mostly Gucci Man. Dipset, no, because Dipsets are actually lyrical. I'm gonna be personally honest. I like drill, crash out music and stuff like that, but they're not the most lyrical-ish people I ever heard. You know, Beanie Siegel, he's a lyrical person. They're not the most lyrical type of people. G Unit, you'll probably get that shit from G Unit. That's why Chief Keef respect Fifth. You know, my fam came from Alabama and Oklahoma. Okay, player. Yeah, Alabama. Yo, stand up, Alabama. We getting a lot of people from Alabama, you know. Y'all gonna make me go back to go see people in Selma, and I love Alabama, you know. I'm gonna be personally honest, especially I have to go over that racist white man's fucking bridge to go to Selma, and yeah, it's a headache. But at the end of the day, I understand why they named it after that racist piece of shit. But you know, it is what it is.
Listen to me. No, you're gonna listen. Most of your R&B writers are from the UK. They might be from there. No, but listen. You telling me that the blues and all the stuff we done, the blues started in there. You know what I said? I said R&B. Yeah, I'm gonna say okay. No, blues is American thing. You talking about America? R&B is not American. It's not synonymous to America alone. It came from rhythm and blues. No, listen. It's really. So just because you name something, rhythm and blues, baby. So just because you name it, no.
We got that, man. We got him.
You know America is good. Ray Charles started today. You know America is good. So hold on. So hold on. America is the first place that had a radio station and music instruments. Ray Charles.
A lot of people say that the Americans don't know where they're from. Why?
Because y'all don't. You don't.
Why? Why do you think that?
I lived in the States, I'll be real.
I think Americans care enough to find out where they're from.
I'm so proud to be American.
You guys don't even know where y'all from.
I know exactly where I'm from.
The census wasn't created. I can go back longer in my history to know where I'm from than you can because your country itself never documented your history. That's a fact. Correct. That's a fact. I can pull up my family history right now and go as far as 6 generations. I got 400 years. I go farther than you. That's incredible because they documented it, right? So it's crazy that a lot of people say that Americans don't know where they're from, but it's like, no, we know more about ourselves than you guys know about y'all because they never documented your history. That's a fact. Who's they? The African, well, the people that control Africa, let's say that. Them. Them. You understand, I disagree with you.
People in India would be welcoming your decision to extradite the Habur Rana to...
I can't understand a word he's saying. It's not just the accent. It's a little bit tough for me to hear that.
Can I try again?
How about you, please? Go ahead back there.
American beef. Do you guys feel like it's a beef?
I don't feel like it's no beef, but I do feel like it's beef with your people.
I wouldn't say it's beef, but it's like hate. I wouldn't say no beef, but motherfuckers want to be us. It's definitely hate. Gag.
I ain't no beef, man. We all want. Ain't no beef, man.
Got you. So what do you feel the beef is, B? Personally.
Ain't no beef. I feel like. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't do that. I'm B. You B. Okay, go ahead. And you say B. You sound B. But you call me B.
Yeah, I call it B. But now, BB, how do you feel?
Oh, you told me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So honestly, I feel like it's not beef because beef is when two parties are, you feel me, beefing. It's hate because only hate comes from the other side. I feel like no hate to Americans. Like I have a lot of American friends and I love my American friends. But it's some Americans, like I don't know if it's because of the fact that y'all, like the white man, like basically erased y'all culture. Like y'all don't really have any culture. And the very fact that Caribbeans, we're like, we have something, although we're all the same color, we have something that divides us, which is our culture. And I feel like y'all don't like that. Just because we are different.
Thank you, Hustle Network. Salute to Hustle Network.
You feel me? We was all slaves, but at the end of the day, we are different. Like, we have a different cultural background, and y'all don't like that for some reason. Because every time when we try to show... First of all, they have so much to say about other black people as far as Jamaicans, Haitians, and other Caribbean islands. It's like...
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. How long... Mr. Know-It-All, let me ask you a question. How long I've been saying, like, yo... This, the Alabama or the Montgomery brawl has ignited the foundational black American technically. That's when shit got lit. When niggas was talking about that, niggas was just like, oh, they gonna start a civil war. Nigga, they'll call in the National motherfucking Guard before they have a fucking civil war up in this bitch. Quadrant DT, Don't tire the cool. Shout out to Clive Zandam.
Y'all have so much to say. Like, for example, back in the day, like, Haitians was dirty, Haitians was this, Haitians was that, Haitians was that. But, baby, y'all dirty, too. Like, if I'm saying, if we're going to look at it and look how it was, baby, y'all dirty, too. Y'all walk around barefoot. Y'all can't clean y'all meat. Sometimes y'all can't cook. So it's like, if we gonna compare different things, it's like, really what y'all mad about, like B said, like, y'all just don't have no roots. Y'all don't have no history, for real. The only history that y'all really have is we were slaves and somebody, fixed it for us and then we back here. I mean, the only history that I really could say y'all physically probably have was probably the time when Martin Luther King and them was here. Because I feel like they did, like, a lot more as far as the black, African-American culture for y'all. But other than that, it's like, y'all really don't have nothing. Like, y'all can't even say, like, y'all really don't have no food. Like, yeah, fried chicken stuff, but white people eat that. You guys are white and black. Y'all are still Americans. You get what I'm saying? So only the difference between the African Americans and like Americans that live in the United States is that one's white and one's black. But y'all honestly came from the same roots. The only thing is, y'all was slaves and y'all was manipulated to feel like y'all was so different, but y'all are just the same as both of them. So I just feel like it's more so like, not even that it's beef, it's just hate. It's just not even hate, it's envy.
It's more like educated. People gotta be more educated.
And then I also feel like people, they got a point, but we wasn't like slaves like how, y'all was on this land. Yeah, we got our independence. We kind of did things differently, but I just feel like if we're going to be black, we need to be black. If we're going to stand behind culture, then stand behind culture. But I don't like that in-between shit, because like, it was like a lot of people that I knew, even was just posting like, shout out, support, thank you for posting on, Haitian Flag Day. Thank you for posting on Haitian Flag Day, but half y'all don't even have no respect. Like, I just felt like a lot of them was just like, y'all don't even understand why we're so excited for that day, or why we even have pride for that day. Like, none of y'all don't even understand. Y'all just know, okay, that's Haitian Flag Day, but it's more than that. As far as even with like Jamaicans and things like that, when their day come, like, that shit is deeper than that, because not only that we were black, we was a different culture. So we were definitely discriminated from the T. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it, like, to be honest, African Americans is like this, and at a point we were, all Caribbeans was like this. Because you guys feel like we wasn't from the motherland or y'all American land.
Hustle Network. Do black immigrants realize they started to delineate and we are finishing it, and to say we can't cook what is Haitians for? Shout out to Hustle Network. Oh shit. I will say I did have some good Haitian coochie before. Twice. I had some good Haitian coochie before, but food, I really never ate really Haitian food like that. My ex-girlfriend's family made me some Haitian food. It was straight. I wouldn't say it's like fucking African food, like you're eating a monkey knuckle or something, or a giraffe foot, or a hyena tongue, I won't say that, but it wasn't that bad. Thank God I didn't have a dirt cookie. That would have traumatized me if I would have had a fucking dirt cookie. But hey, she go like, and I eat it, and I'm like, yo, what am I eating? And they tell me in their language it's a dirt cookie, nigga. I would have been scared, nigga. I would have been scared. Somebody would have gave me a dirt cookie. And shout out to Haiti, man. Fapuse and all that cool shit, man. But yeah, man, I would have been traumatized if one of y'all niggas would have gave me a dirt cookie. I'm gonna be personally honest. I would be crying. I would not be talking with how I'll be talking right now. I was like, yeah, the girl had some good coochie, but a bitch gave me some voodoo cookie or some shit like that. They made from the dirt. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been traumatized, I thought the bitch would probably try to put a root on me or something.
That we wasn't the same, but maybe we're black. We was just living in the islands with a nice one. Y'all swimming with fucking seaweeds.
No, you're right. My only problem with them, yes, hip hop is amazing, but everywhere black touches is amazing. Like I said, bachata is amazing. Curry chicken where y'all be eating is amazing. You feel me? Dance hall is amazing. Everything that black
it runs deeper than that though. We got to go back to a lot of these inventions and shit that's in people's homes. Like a lot of black people started a lot of that shit. If you want to be honest though, also too, like a lot of the things that you were mentioning, like basically black people invented. If you go look at their actual heritage, they say just black African American, but
no, baby, half of the people that's even in hip hop culture came from a Caribbean island. Let's talk about it. Because you go back to
here we go with the Caribbean shit again.
And this is another thing that I want people to understand. Like, first of all, African American is African American, right? Correct? But baby, y'all black people that go so hard for America, y'all not even from here. Let's talk about it. You guys are Caribbeans damn near. Like, you guys are from a whole other continent.
Oh, a different continent, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We came from Africa. So you're not even original here. So if anything, you're an immigrant as much as we are. And what gets me so mad is that when we complain about America, and because America ain't shit. So when we get let's go back home. Baby, you need to go back home. Sure, native land. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing that I feel like is a problem. Like, you guys are so, like you said earlier, brainwashed by the white men. You guys don't even know where y'all from. And that's why a lot of y'all are upset because y'all really don't have no culture. But if y'all will really sit there and understand, go back 10 generations from your family. I kid you not, that motherfucker wasn't here.
African Americans out there, I love black people. I just don't love niggas. Another thing too, one thing I gotta say too is that it's a big difference. And the reason why I don't, because y'all fight over places that's rented. First of all, like y'all be shooting over places that y'all don't even own.
Damn.
That's insane. Not only that too. I look just like y'all. I'm not even safe in my own like people.
But bro, y'all niggas be fighting. Y'all be fighting over a fucking country that has no electricity, my nigga. So, and like I said, I fuck with Haiti, but like my nigga, you can't just be so. Oh yeah, you fuck with something that rented, nigga. Your whole country's rented to the fucking French. The French fucked your country up, but y'all don't have smoke for the French. Y'all have smoke for Black Americans, and this is where Black Americans is like, yo. We're tired of that shit. You know, you burned your last fucking bridges. That's why y'all niggas ain't really eating cats and dogs anymore. Y'all trying to live off of fucking dirt cookies. You know, we created our fags. I agree with you, Hustle Network, you know. Like, everybody has a culture. It's just the thing about why does everybody want Black American... Excuse me. Why does everybody want Black American culture? Did y'all niggas contribute? Yeah, them niggas contribute, but at the end of the day, y'all act like y'all did a whole bunch. Hip-hop will still be hip-hop without y'all niggas. You know, let's not do that.
Neighborhood. Yeah, but if a white person goes up there with cameras and film y'all gotta make them go. Y'all gotta allow them to have access to your neighborhood, but let a brother go.
Oh, no, I'll pistol whip a nigga. No, I'll tell a white man I will pistol whip you, my nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of here. And he want to be one of, we was Aryans and all that other shit. Nah, niggas will get pistol whipped out here. Niggas got gun licenses out here in Massachusetts. And I'm talking about Black Americans. And like, I'm telling y'all something. The shit that I'm about to really do for Black Americans in the next 2 to 3 years, Black Americans is all going to have gun license. Black Americans also, yo, even if I have to get them their first gun or their first firearm after they get their license, I don't mind doing that when I have money. And the reason is because I believe Black Americans should be protecting themselves. Auntie, uncle, and Grammy should be walking around here protecting themselves. And if a nigga want to jump them, if grandma pops three hot slugs in a nigga, grandma did her thing. Grandma shouldn't have to be jumped by no fucking Caribbean or no African and shit like that. And that's what type of bullshit that actually does happen. New York invented the hairline and the swag of having a groom. Nigga, they've been doing that shit down south for years, man, with the zoot suits and shit. Like, what are you smoking, nigga? Yo, Black King, are you smoking crack or something? Or are you on that booger sugar right now? I know, yo, you probably got a little bit of money and hitting the booger sugar and stuff like that, but my nigga, you can't just be making up lies like that. You know? And the thing about it is it's all right, man. Y'all niggas wasn't even a I'm gonna say this. Y'all wasn't even a whole bunch of people into the 1960s. The late 1960s, if you really want to be honest. So all y'all, and the thing about it, we can't be like, oh y'all niggas did something in the 1930s. Nigga, there was less than a few thousand of y'all niggas. The only person I give credit to in the New York area that was a Caribbean is Stephanie St. Clair. If you don't know, and that's another person you can look up, Black King. Stephanie St. Clair. There was others, but Stephanie St. Clair is one that I choose. I would say like, yo, she was a rider as an immigrant. She was a bigger rider than fucking your boy, who was the scamming nigga? Marcus Garvey. Yeah, Marcus Garvey, the scammer. So yeah.
that booth on that dollar, nigga hustle. Like, back to what you were saying, it's just that them doing that is just, you know, making it bad for like other bad people, you know. It's just
not speaking for all y'all. That's the only reason why Caribbeans have bad, our parents have bad, because America portrays y'all to be. Another thing too, like when y'all be going off of police killings, we majority be shooting ourselves. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. They don't even, they do us, but how can we protect us from police if we don't even protect ourselves from ourselves?
That's why, like, honestly, like the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, like I ain't like, not sorry, but I never took that shit serious. And I'm like, I understand the, you know, the frustration, the problem, y'all, the police, the police brutality, all that stuff. But how do y'all expect them to hear y'all if y'all killing each other in the hood? Like, and then y'all want to say, oh, but the police is killing based off of skin color.
That's only like a small percentage of black people. This is why I always tell y'all immigrants, stop talking for black people. Stop looking outdoor in about black people problems. Because if I look outdoors in with immigrant problems and stuff, y'all niggas will be eating fucking cat, you know, drinking pee, fucking washing your pussy in dirty water and shit like that. I would be looking at shit like that. Like, yo, why y'all niggas washing y'all pussy in fucking alligator water? Or the alligator river? You know, like, come on. Like, we can't be doing that, you know? Like, that bitch right there, she's cute, but she look like she need a, you know, she needs to douche. She need that douche water. You know? She cute, you know. This is the time to know about condoms when you see that girl. What's going on with 3131? Less than 1% of black people, to be exact. Facts. I agree with that one, man. I usually say 8%, but 1 sounds good, you know. 1 still sounds good and stuff like that. Yeah, folks be crazy out here. I gotta say
But y'all killing someone the same skin color as you. That don't make no sense.
Yeah,
make that make sense.
For wearing a different color or for not going to a different neighborhood. You
got the same color and y'all killing each other.
You gotta check a brother that's coming in, driving by, look at his windows and all. So, but yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened.
For all my African Americans, I need y'all to understand, if them folks come up to you for questioning and they do not give you a badge or a badge number, you do not have to comply. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not telling you what to do, but this is something we've seen in our history. They already sending national troops to Memphis, so it's quite clear that they are now attempting to police us in very illegal measures. They already got spyware going on and all that. But what's really more important right now for you to understand, there are plenty of resources online, and you need to go into that, look at it.
See, right now, I'm watching all this fear-mongering. People trying to get black Americans on board to stand up for immigrants who are suddenly being targeted by ICE. But here's the thing. Foundational black Americans been living under our own version of ICE for like 50, 60 years. SWAT teams been kicking down doors, random pat downs, illegal stops, racial profiling, you name it. That been our reality. So now you're feeling that pressure. Now you want to say white supremacy is bad, huh? You want to scream about injustice. Where was that energy when it was us?
Facts.
When
Thank
we
you,
was the
Hustle
ones
Network. Salute.
being targeted, brutalized, and locked.
Everybody, don't forget to like and comment in the live chat. Only way you could comment in the live chat if you subscribe. So definitely subscribe, and also share. And if you want to give back to the platform, give me a second. I will put the Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put the link down to the super chat, the Cash App, and the Venmo. So definitely you can give a shout out, and at the end of the day, and also if you do give a donation, we will give you a shout out, salute, and also the money goes back to the platform, this platform.
See, a lot of y'all thought you was in the clear. You thought you was good, ain't it? You thought showing Massa that you could be just as anti-black as him would keep you safe. You thought it would earn you a pass. You got comfortable. But now, you finding out that Whiteness has no permanent friends, only tools. And when they're done using you, they turn that same system on you. So don't come running to us now asking for solidarity. You didn't stand with us, and we're not about to carry your fight for you. Welcome to America.
All you scared to death Negroes. Just sit down. Don't you come out to defend our enemy. You sit down and you shut up and tell your master to come on out and deal with this.
In the US, there's so much things, there's so much favor to it. That's good. And then, having unity in you, that's also a good thing. That's a priority. First, that's what you need to take care of, be one and there, as your community. And then after all, bro, when you turn around, you need to come back to Africa. That's where your roots. You can't be nations. You wanted to be nation and then you have no resource, you have nothing, let alone the black people. The whole world is nothing without Africa, brother. The whole world is nothing without Africa.
You don't even control your resources.
Africa, no, brother.
The whole world. Meanwhile, the tether vibes in question is just caring about.
The niggas say, yo, you don't even control your own resources. Oh, Kwame. Everybody revenues here. Kwame, you should have came earlier. We were actually talking about your country. Your country turning their back on Africa. What would you have to say about that? Oh, shit. Shout out to Hustle Network.
The lives of immigrants.
The reason why you care about the lives of immigrants is because you are an immigrant. Just because you get on here and lie don't mean that you're FBA, ADOS, or none of that. Your ass is not one of us, baby. And stop lying on my fucking city. ICE ain't doing shit in Detroit but harassing Mexicans and Arabs. The vast majority of us ain't seen an ICE agent. Because all the damn Latinos live in one goddamn area and all the Arabs live in Dearborn or Sterling Heights, which are fucking suburbs. Shut your bitch ass up. That's what you can do. Shut up. We know that you're not one of us. Why you on here spreading misinformation? There are no ICE in our neighborhoods in Detroit, baby. Y'all are dumb. We cannot get deported, but I hope you do.
Facts, FBA.
Don't, Jessica, don't. I love my Haitians. I love my Africans. Don't, Jessica, don't.
You know what, man? See, this is that
Southline
tether babble that Tariq Nasheed is.
Kwame, you could go back in the beginning of the episode and you could see. They have said it. They said like, yo, we don't consider ourselves African. How long I've been telling you that, Kwame? No, don't you lie right there, Kwame. Don't you sit there and fucking lie. Them niggas say, like, we do not fuck with them dirty feet ass niggas. I don't even say dirty feet ass niggas. He said, do you see what the food that they eat? Nigga. That's your fight, Kwame. My nigga, that's your fight. Now I'm going to say what you're going to do. How you going to have solidarity with Africa and Jamaica and you're going to turn on Jamaica?
He's talking about. And then on top of that, it's that effeminate tether babble that Tariq Nasheed has been talking about. See, some of y'all cats be real funny style talking about what black Americans don't have and what we do have. What y'all need to do is focus on what you got and focus on what the hell y'all doing and stay the hell out of our conversations and out of our discussions. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers to be...
All right, put it this way, Kwame. Ask the live chat. Ask the live chat what they seen. I'm being personally honest. I'm not going to lie to you, my nigga. Like, come on. Let's not do that. You know I don't lie to you, Kwame, right? So let's listen to the live chat and what they said. I haven't lied to you yet, Kwame. If I don't know, I'm telling you, I don't know. We can research it, or you can look it up and send it to me, but don't send me no cut and edited shit. Like, I'll give you an example. Remember when you did Mayweather and I didn't know Mayweather's mother was Jamaican? But I was saying, okay, but his father is a Southerner. That makes him a Southerner. You know? I'll turn on Jamaica for Africa. That's where my... Oh, fuck. You ain't worth shit, Kwame. You ain't worth shit.
I'm tired of this whole shit. Truthfully, between you and me, I'm sick and tired
You ain't
of this
worth shit, Kwame.
And how can you sit up there and have a conversation
Yeah, piece
like
of shit
this with
for
a
that.
woman? You understand what I'm saying? You're having a conversation.
You know I'm clipping that shit, right?
Imitating her. You're imitating her. But we don't have no culture. But yet, you talking about how we don't have shit. We don't have nothing. But yet, however, you swagger jack our style. You swagger jack our music. You swagger jack your whole goddamn look. You better go back and understand the history of what our people have done for your folks down there in the Caribbean. And I'm not taking anything away from the contributions of Caribbean people worldwide, but I'm sick of you goddamn folks out here talking that mess. Dead the fuck ass. I'm sick and tired of that. Real talk. This is why we don't have shit. This is why we are not having camaraderie with you at this moment right now. Because y'all come through here on these shores and y'all talk this shit. For real. And then here you are emulating what kind of woman? You're emulating a black woman. You're emulating your aunt. You're emulating your cousins. Okay? You're emulating a whole bunch of black women with the effeminate style, my man. Dead ass. You look and sound fucking stupid. I'm not knocking anybody's food contribution to the world, because I love Caribbean food. But you know what I love better? I love motherfucking soul food.
Woo!
I love that shit. Why? Because it's my culture, motherfucker. It is my shit. It is our shit. It is black people shit.
Hustle,
that is
Hustle
us.
Network.
And I'm sick and tired of y'all being so damn disrespectful about what black Americans do and what black Americans have and what black Americans don't have and what y'all claim we lack. Fuck the dumb shit.
Y'all need to bow down to the powers that.
You need to go back to your homeland and fix that.
Oh!
What you need to do. Bow down nothing. You make the white supremacists in your homeland bow down. I fly around the nation, you bum. Probably Italian. That's tether talk. Just got back from Nationals where I sold one Justin Herbert rookie auto for $79,000. Yeah, because your wife was about to kick you out. You had to. You had to. Your wife shouldn't kick you out, sir. I mean it expeditiously. And question, what are you doing in the States? What's your home country? I suspect you're Italian. You might not be. Where's your family from? And why don't you over there fixing that with that $79,000?
Opinion that she had about us sitting in the house and not going outside and protesting. So I want you to go on and hear exactly what she's about to say.
Freedom has never been won from the comfort of a couch. And some of y'all are built like your ancestors because a lot of y'all had cowards for ancestors. And it shows. My ancestors were way too badass. If you're too scared to come outside, fine. We heard you the first 50 times.
That's why they fled to Europe and North America. That's why my baby mother's Cambodian, my nigga. Okay. Hey, shout out to the Laos and shit like that, but don't have this bitch talk for you, man. This bitch is gonna put you in a bad situation. She called out black Americans and not fighting. Yo, she's mad because we did not vote for Kamala Harris. looking like a gender neutral dude. So I'm sorry, man. That wasn't right. I'm sorry, lady boy, but you can't be talking like that. You know, niggas will kick you back in.
You said it. Cool. Stay inside because the rest of us are working.
Black Americans, freedmen, Solon, FBA is not obligated to save this democracy. This so-called democracy has not been a democracy for Black America. America has not lived up to any of its ideals toward Black America. We have been the only community they have actively sabotaged, even still to this day in 2025. Why do we want to go out and fight for that at this point? The reason why Black people are leery to even build a community or communities, because every time we try to build something, these people come right in and literally destroy it, bomb it from the air, burn it down. White mobs go all over the place. And it kind of put in a lot of Black people to fear of building something because they're always worried in the back of their mind will these people come bomb it or destroy it. No other community has ever had that happen to them like it's happened to Black Americans repeatedly. Black Americans have millions upon millions of acres of land in this country, and it was all stolen from them, either through eminent domain or domestic terrorism. Either or. The position that we're in today was not done by our hand because we're lazy. And a lot of Black Americans said, we are cool. We are going to stay out of the way, let y'all have it. Because every single group, not just the folks, but every single group in this country has never appreciated Black America for anything that we did. And you know what these immigrants say? They don't say that it was us that helped them get over here. They want to give credit to the white people.
The dusty one for you, Dusties.
Kwame, y'all niggas was not over here like that to be talking. Kwame, how you put boot to ass and you're watching your fucking country go into Atlantis, my nigga? Let me ask you, your country is in your country is near fucking Aquaman's fucking kingdom, nigga. Like y'all should call that Aquaman instead of Jamaica, my nigga, because we can't keep on doing this, Kwame. I just gave a shout out to Jamaica right now because, well, to the real immigrants that are fighting for their country. And you got you over here benefit off of another race of people, then try to go to fucking Africa. You're probably one of a top 10 tether. Like, come on, my nigga. How you leave Jamaica, go to America, now trying to go to Africa? You're worse than a fucking parasite, my nigga. Damn, nigga, chill out with that.
Tether class, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the front, man. Can we stop with the notion of saying that the white man is your oppressor?
I mean, facts, Charlie.
We don't have the same oppressor. Like, y'all gotta stop with that whole notion that the white man actually y'all savior. They give y'all a welfare plane ride over here. They give y'all housing, a social security number, set y'all up with a job. They give y'all everything. And then they send y'all on y'all way. They give y'all food vouchers and everything. He's y'all savior. And it's very clear to see why we don't see eye to eye, because you can't go against or bite the hand that feeds you. It's just like that. So every time y'all keep getting in the comments and saying stuff like the white man is your oppressor, or go boycott the white man since he oppressed us all. How you gonna send us to go put a battery in our back to get at somebody because we're under the impression that this group of people was oppressing you when they wasn't? They're oppressing us. They're saving you. They set you all the way up, and you over here still complaining about being oppressed by the white man because they over in France and them is over there in Africa pillaging the country. America signed checks. We pay y'all for y'all resources. If America wanted to colonize Africa, we'd have a whole bunch of territories over there, not just strategic military bases all over the world. Like America doesn't, like we wouldn't even have British Isles and all that shit over here. We wouldn't even have that if America was so bent on having control of everybody's territory. It's not that serious. So stop acting like y'all have an oppressor and the white man when he's actually your savior. He's daddy. That's who he is. He's your daddy. That's what's going on. And the Caribbeans, y'all gotta realize we got the same mix up. We got the same indigenous, native, African and European blood in us. We got the same features and everything, the same skin tone. And it's like y'all taking the sides of these immigrants, right?
Oh my God!
And these immigrants, you can look in the comments. We had the receipts. They in there calling us slave babies and everything. And y'all right on the post what I'm talking about, yeah, cause are y'all serious? So come on, Jamaica.
Get these coconut picking niggas out of here. Facts. Hustle Network. I think Hustle Network just broke the internet, my nigga. This nigga said, "Yo, Africans is on the erasing us from for the last 400 years." Like, yo, that shit is crazy. And I honestly believe that, you know what? I'm going to make that a topic question soon. Are Africans trying to erase us from 400 years ago? Can't make no shit like this out. You can't. Again, everybody like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Also, subscribe, because it's the only way you can comment in the live chat. And also, if you want to donate, I will put it in the live chat right now. Give me a second. We got Venmo, we got Cash App. And also, we have Super Chat. Super Chat, I advise you to do Super Chat so your name and your information can pop up. And that's if you can do it. If you can't do it, Venmo, I can read it. But everybody, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this play.
Come on.
Not this one, but I'm gonna let everybody
y'all gotta, like,
play.
anybody in the Western Hemisphere, y'all gotta get with it, man. Like, y'all can't let these people come here and sow all this division, make all this tribalism go on, cause all this division. Like, our whole country is in a crisis because of immigrants.
And this is a new one. I haven't watched this yet. This was yesterday, so definitely. I just gonna go pick up my daughter real fast. It'll take me like 15, 20 minutes. But yo, I'll still be in a live chat. I got my phone. And yo, like I said, get busy in the live chat. Like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. And also, when you subscribe, your name will pop up and we'll salute you.
Lonice, some of y'all people, I'm seeing random names and I'm pushing buttons. It's anything goes. That's how we do it. Who are we speaking? That Lonice?
Yes, how are you?
Hey, Miss Lonice, how are you, dear?
I'm fine.
There you go. I hear an accent. Are you Caribbean?
No, I'm from New York City.
Okay. By way of what?
By way of, what do you mean by way of what?
Well, where'd your family come from?
Mother, Charleston, South Carolina. Father, Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. Have you been down there in the South to visit?
Yeah, I used to actually live in South Carolina I lived there about 20 years after living in upstate New York for about 20 years. And after that, I went teaching overseas, so I'm still overseas.
Oh, where you at now?
Cameroon.
Okay. Man, you got an accent, sister. Yeah, you got it.
I'm from New York City.
Oh, man, sister, you got a Caribbean accent.
In Manhattan and the Bronx.
Yeah, you got them hard R's, sister. That's a Caribbean thing. Why do you got them hard R's?
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's because I've spent a lot of time overseas and learning different languages. It may have an influence.
Okay. But I hear them hard R's in there. But what's on your mind? Nevertheless, what's on your mind?
Okay. I recall when I was in college in upstate New York in the Tri-City area, Albany, we had, and that was back during the late 60s, early 70s. And, we had people coming to the U.S. from everywhere. And we had our own student association that had African Americans, Caribbeans, Central Americans, African people just from all over the world, even Europeans that were coming. Okay. And we had a big association, and we'd get together and share foods and things on culture and things of that. And things seem to be okay. And what I'm trying to understand now is what has really changed, because that's maybe 50-something years ago. What has really changed that there's now all of this hostility and hatred? and ignorance coming from all sides. I just don't understand it. And for me, it's so sad.
Okay, now what do you think happened? What do you think happened? You're a teacher. You should know something. If you've been around Africans and you've been around foundational Black Americans, what do you think happened? Why do you think there's a major delineation movement now?
No, actually, I really don't know, because since 2008, I really haven't lived full time in the U.S. I've been traveling around like different countries and teaching and things of that sort. Okay. So the changes that were taking place there, I'm really not sure. But all I know is from my experience and the way I've been treated as an African American abroad, doesn't sound anything like what I'm hearing now that's happening in our country. And for me, it's really very disheartening and very sad. And I'm just sorry that it has come to this, but I really don't understand what has changed.
Well, now, and you said you were around in the 60s. So how old are you, by the way, beloved? How old are you?
I'm 72.
Okay, so okay. Okay, beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, back in those days, in the 60s, early 70s, a lot of the African immigrants, they were just fresh over here. They were not in too many political positions. We really saw a big wave of the Africans and Caribbeans coming over in the 80s. I'm sorry, really in the 80s. But in the 60s, 70s, it was only a trickle. Y'all didn't have Candace Owens. You didn't have the Myron Gaines back then. You didn't have the Byron Donalds back then. You didn't have the Ilhan Omars. You didn't have these people getting in these political positions and then dictating where the resources and tax dollars are going to go. So it was a different vibe then. So now we're dealing with the grandchildren of some of those immigrants now. And they are extremely hostile because in their mind, okay, they were born here, unlike their parents who could easily be deported since they're 14th Amendment citizens. Now they can't be deported and they can say how they really feel about us. And then they start letting loose on us. And then the disrespect and the hostility started coming through. And by the way, even those folks who were around in the 70s, they must have been telling those kids something behind closed doors. I guess they were smiling the faces of foundational Black Americans and then get behind closed doors talking about, oh, stay away from those Akatas and all that. Because this new generation of these first and second generation immigrants, they got that hostility from their parents. So now this thing is starting to undermine us economically, politically, socially. We're being harmed by some of these people. These folks are jumping on FBA women in hair salons. These people are undermining our reparations claim. They're getting they're informants left and right. Many of these informants out here are these non-FBA immigrants and first and second gens because they don't have no cultural camaraderie with us. So those alphabet people use them as informants against us. So it's just a lot of undermining going on with these folks. And it's not all sides because we are not doing it to them. We're not going over to their homelands, undermining them. So when I hear that both sides argument, that's all cap. We're reacting and responding correctly to their hostility that they should not have whatsoever, because we can't go to their homelands and show any form of hostility like they do to us. So we're doing some straightening that's long overdue. You understand?
I think I understand what you're saying. It's, you know, and when I was looking at some stats the other day, because I was listening to another program, and I think there's like about maybe 2.5 million native-born Africans in the U.S. I'm not really sure about Caribbeans, but I know the Hispanics outnumber African Americans now. And one of the things I think that might be happening is that you have a lot of poor and uneducated people from those areas coming over, and they already have low self-esteem because they had to flee their homes. So that behaving in a superior manner is like compensation for really feeling inferior. And so that's why I don't think we should really take it so much to heart. I mean, we're 46 million.
No.
There's no way they can displace us.
No, ma'am.
There's no way they can displace us.
No, but they can undermine us. See, that whenever they do stuff, and that's the problem, because you're Pan-African, that's Pan-African talk. Whenever the Africans and Caribbeans do stuff, it gets into that, well, they don't know no better. Oh, let them slide. Oh, leave them alone. Just give them grace. The white man tricked them. Oh, the white man used his media on their little colonized minds. It's every excuse in the world for these people's actions. They know better.
Well, I don't think it's an excuse. I'm here in Africa, and I really see how media has influenced a lot of their attitudes and their behaviors, and they've never even left the continent, but they already have these attitudes and these ideas, and they're getting it from CNN and other places like that. And I think if that is what's happening, it's a real problem, but it's even starting here. I mean, and even what they show on television about African Americans is very similar to what we saw as children growing up about Africans.
No. That's not.
US.
That's not true. That's another myth, man. That's not true. Now, the images we saw of them, we were the ones speaking against it. We're like, hey, don't show those brothers and sisters like that. We were the ones who uplifted African history. We have all of these African history studies over here in HBCUs and universities. We've been the ones uplifting the history of Africa over there. We got the same degenerate media, but we know not to believe that media. And also this whole thing where they're looking at us negatively on CNN. No, they're not. There's nothing about us that's negative on the news over there. That's not true at all. When you see us in the media, it shows Foundation of Black American success. Who they see are the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's. What they see is success. And that is the thing
they see the international version of CNN, which is not the same that you get in the US. It's different.
Oh yeah, I've been over there. I've been to all over, so I know what they see. So yeah, the images they see of us basically are black celebrities. You don't see too much. You don't see really negative stuff about us in the media over there. You really don't, because we don't do any grand scale things that would garner international attention that's negative. You understand? We don't have no. Go ahead.
Like, for instance, when I was teaching in Kazakhstan, I was there for 7 years, and you would see pictures, videos of, black women twerking and doing all that kind of stuff. And it's on the television. So in the minds of those people, that's how they see, black women. And I recall the first city that I was teaching in, I was the only black woman in that city of 130,000 people. And so when men would see me, that's the image that they would have in their minds, even though that's the farthest thing. I mean, by that time I was in my mid-50s. But that's that shapes their attitudes, you see? And so there is that impact, and it's happening globally. So I was just curious as to, how these notions get there. And I don't understand how these people in such small numbers are able to undermine us without white complicity.
Yeah. I mean, this come around in cosplay and just coming our circles, dissipating the energy, and not all of them, but just enough. Getting into certain organizations like the Congressional Black Caucus, which don't do a damn thing for Foundation of Black Americans at all, but they do a whole bunch of stuff for immigrants. So that's a problem. They come around us talking about minority coalition, and then we elect these people, and then they get in and don't do anything for us, but do something for immigrant groups. Just like Kamala Harris. Hell, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama. Barack Obama's non-FBA. Kamala Harris, non-FBA. Those are great examples of how people get in certain positions and they undermine us and do the whole benign neglect against us, and that is a problem. So we don't want none of these non-FBAs to act as our representatives. We realize that these people are horrible representatives of us. They're not going to represent us properly. They're not going to honor our ancestors. So this is why the delineation movement has popped off. It's our job to honor our ancestors. It's our job to make sure the people of our lineage get the correct justice and the compensatory justice, especially when it comes to resources, because nobody else is going to do it, because we sat up here and we tried to play the kumbaya role. Nothing has worked out as far as that. So we're going to have to take control of that. And that's exactly what we're doing. Let me ask you this, beloved. You're married, right?
How do we get them to change their behavior without us, publicly tearing each other apart? Because it seems like there are a lot of people who just really, that's all they do.
We don't give a damn.
I don't hear
At this point, we don't give a damn. We're focusing on us. What we want them to do, go fix your homeland. If you got any kind of hostility, go figure. Myron Gaines, all these people who come over here denigrating us. We ain't gonna do nothing with a Myron Gaines. I don't want you to do nothing but get your ass back to the Sudan, help your people. We're at the point, anybody who's remotely hostile to us, we don't want nothing to do with them. We ain't got to negotiate with them because we don't need them. That's the thing. And that's what they are tripping out about. They realize that we don't need them. You don't really benefit us at all. We don't need them. We ain't got to negotiate with none of these people. They have no bargaining chips.
What about the African Americans that are married and have children with people from different cultures that happen to be Black?
That's what I was about to ask you, ma'am. I was about to ask you. Your husband is from Cameroon, right?
Yes.
There you go. So that's why you have a vested interest in pan-Africanism, because pan-Africanism, family, that means somebody's in a relationship with somebody from Africa or the Caribbean. People are in these relationships, and you have children that's half Cameroonian and half foundational Black American, right?
Yes.
Right. How many kids you got, by the way, dear?
Just one.
Just one, okay. Right. So yeah, my thing is with these children, a lot of times they might have dual allegiances. And that could be a problem with people who got a dual allegiance when it comes to politics. Because when it comes to political structure, a lot of folks who have dual allegiances, sometimes they will align more with the country their mother came from. And a lot of people come over here and they're just anchored. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have any relationship with the foundational Black American side of the family. That was just a lick and a finesse that one parent needed to get citizenship over here. So they don't have a real connection. So it just really depends on the individual and their level of loyalty and camaraderie to whatever lineage they feel more an affinity to. You know?
Yeah. I had relatives, like even back in the 50s, one of our relatives, she's dead now. She married to a German Jew when that was against the law.
Yeah.
And they had to leave the United States. So she left with him and they went to England. He was a German Jew. And after he died, she and her children, came back to the States. And I've got, older people in our family who are, they've died. But like who died recently, she was married to a Jamaican for years. And and that's throughout our family. I mean, people have married, my first cousin married to a Puerto Rican. I mean, two of my brothers have Jamaican wives. And we never really had these issues. So for me, it's a shock, and I think it's really, if it continues in this way, it's going to be tearing a lot of families apart. What do you think?
No, the thing is, I've seen a lot of people who are foundational Black American who married into African families, and every day they call us talking about how the husband's family or the wife's family from wherever part of Africa has a real strange disposition towards them, and how that family looks down on Black Americans. We see it and hear it all the time. And that's an issue. Because these people are not in a position to look down on anybody. So that's why we're letting people know that's not going to fly anymore. That whole people living in third worlds but got this thing where they want to look down at us, that's not happening no more. Those days are over. So it's all about respect. It's not a problem. All people have to do is show us the same respect that we show them. When we go to people's homelands, we show respect. When they come over here, we help them get over here. None of these immigrant groups are over here without our help. We were the ones helping getting those immigration laws together so that they could come over here from Africa and the Caribbean. So it's all about respect. It shouldn't be, ain't nobody gonna be torn apart unless you just plan on being disrespectful indefinitely. So that's the problem. As long as people show respect, everything is good. Respect our lineage just like we respect theirs, right?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm just happy to be able to say, as an African American, I've not had that experience, but I'm sure other people have. So I'm willing, to listen and to learn and to understand, because to me it sounds really serious. Like, we're kind of tearing ourselves apart.
What does that mean? Hold on. What does that mean? Tearing ourselves apart.
Well, the strive for the global South unifying against the global North, and which we see happening right now with countries fighting, infighting, ethnic fighting, all over the world.
We're not fighting.
Which is weak.
Yeah, we're not fighting anybody. We don't have anything going with Africa. What do we have going on with Africa to divide from?
Well, I was saying the global South, and so for African Americans, they're actually in the global North. Okay.
What's the what? You're losing me. South, you're losing me. What does all that mean? Okay, you're losing me. What do you mean the global South? What is that?
I'm talking about all the people that are not Europeans and not living in Europe.
The global South? I don't get that one.
Yeah, that's a very common term these days, the global South, meaning all non-European peoples or people not living in the Northern Hemisphere. So when you have things like BRICS happening and different organizations where they're trying to unify across continents and countries and cultures, it just seems like if we continue down this path, we're going to be tearing ourselves apart, which weakens us, even in the States.
No, ma'am, you're in Cameroon. They got, how many tribes they got over there? They got a gazillion tribes in Cameroon. They're not even together there.
Yeah, about 250 something. But that was designed by Europeans. They didn't.
Okay. But they can stop it though. Yeah, I know that the Europeans designed it, and yeah. It's 200 different tribes over there, the country alone. So yeah, they're not even together there. Yeah, people got this thing. We gonna rip people apart because we don't want to sit here and pretend we're generic Africans. But people already ripped apart over there. Well, they're not together there, let alone together with us. So yeah, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to understand how the tone of our conversation is going to change things for the better. That's all.
Oh, it's great. Oh, I've never felt better. Oh, it's great for us. Yeah, what folks need to do is make it great for their homelands. Make it great over in Cameroon. Get things popping there. We don't want people just popping over here with that same tribal mindset. They're not trying to build nothing with us. We stop pretending that they are. Yeah, for the most part, when people come over, and I mean, you got cool individuals. You got one or two people who are cool, but collectively, ain't nobody trying to build nothing with us. They trying to leech and parasite off of us to get what they can. And it's the same tribal mindset that's over there. And we're just saying, hey, listen, people are going to respect us as foundational Black Americans. We're recognizing and honoring our own lineage right here. We're not going to sit here pretending that we're from Wakanda. No, we got a beautiful lineage here that's rich with culture, and we're protecting that culture and protecting that lineage, just like you're supposed to do. Everybody's supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
There it is. All right, beloved. It was pleasure. I hope we got some constructive dialogue out of the conversation, Miss Liney.
Oh, I think we absolutely did. And one of the things I want to state is even amongst ourselves as African Americans, there is this feeling of growing intolerance of different opinions and name calling and bashing, which I think is so sad and it's so unhelpful. And I think we just need to give each other more respect and accept each other's differences of opinion based on, experience and background.
Okay. Well, when it comes to respect, okay. Now, if we're gonna respect, we gotta respect.
Because we don't even respect each other. I mean, some of the things I've seen people writing and saying, even about me as I'm speaking, it's very just disheartening. It's very disheartening.
But the thing
These
is,
are my own people.
right?
And
But the thing is,
they're just being quite disrespectful.
but ma'am, you got to read the room. We don't. You
see, like somebody just said, she's African. She's not FBA.
But you got to read the room.
My parents were born and raised in the United States. I was born and raised in New York City and the Bronx.
Yeah, okay,
and
but
here
ma'am,
people they don't know anything about me, and they're saying she's African, yet I'm born and raised from African American parents in the U.S. That's the kind of stuff that doesn't even help us amongst ourselves.
But the people
that kind
lie,
of behavior.
though. But people lie. We get a lot of people who lie about them being foundational Black Americans, and also the fact that you keep crowbarring the term African American, knowing that we don't really use that term anymore over here. That's not a term that we use, but you keep insisting on using it. I think many people might take that as a form of disrespect, because we're not African Americans. We're foundational Black Americans. Elon Musk is an African American. So it's all about respecting lineage and respecting titles and respecting.
Like I said, I haven't been in the U.S. for a while,
Right.
so I'm using what I recall, not intending to disrespect anyone, but I'm not there for the day in, day out, changes in the nuances. I'm just using. It's like sometimes I hear people referring to us as coloreds and Negroes. That the era that they came from, that's what they use. So I don't take offense to it. Yeah, now if I heard a young person today saying that, it would be like, I'd be surprised. But when you listen to older people, I mean, they have a completely different vocabulary. But anyway, thanks for listening, and thank you for respecting my opinion and hearing what I had to say. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Lanice. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord. Yeah, a lot of people are questioning her background. Me too, because I don't think she's FBA either, to be honest. The way she's talking, even the accent. Yeah, he's like, I was born here. Okay. I don't know. Ebony? Did Ebony go to sleep? Well, Ebony ass up here went to sleep. All right. Yeah, man. Again, that accent. That woman has a Caribbean accent. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a Caribbean accent. And she talked about all these Jamaicans in the family and her husband. Yeah, so there's skepticism there. And also that whole making excuses for the behavior of these people. See, they always put it all on us. We got to do this. No, we ain't got to do shit. We don't have to do anything. We ain't got to come to a common ground. We ain't got to do nothing, because these other folks ain't got no bargaining chips. That's the thing. You ain't got no bargaining chips. You ain't got nothing to negotiate with. Sit your ass down. That's what you do. Sit down and get out our damn business. All right, can we come to a common ground? Can we understand each other? How can we get them to, I ain't getting nobody to understand shit. Let's get this shit straight. We don't owe nobody nothing. We don't owe nobody nothing, ladies and done anything for us. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How you doing, dear?
Good, and you?
I am good. What country are you in?
Texas.
Texas. Okay. You in Houston?
Huh?
Are you in Houston?
No, I'm not in Houston. I'm close to Houston, like 4 hours away from Houston.
Oh, okay. Well, now what are you? Filipino, Korean? What are you? Okay. Oh, she thought ICE was coming to get her. Okay. She's like, ICE. Was she Mexican? Okay, she looked kind of Filipino. Oh, yeah. When I said that, she's like, shit, ICE is gonna come. So, she got the hell on up out of here. She wouldn't put her shoes on and ran outside. She thought it was ICE. Awkward. Well, she got the pitter-pattering up out of here, boy. Man. I said, where you from? She got the hell on. All right. Well, she said, oh, no. They know where I am. So she went and got her backpack and her flip-flops. She bounced. Okay. I should have asked her that. She got the hell on up out of here. She warned the family. Man. Said policia. All right. Oh, man. Man. Who is this? Songhai Queen? What's up, Songhai Queen? Hop on in, Songhai Queen. What's up? I see Professor Allen down there. Professor Allen in the building, my good brother. Let's get Trap. I'm just getting random people. Songhai Queen.
Hello.
What's up, Songhai Queen?
I was on here before.
I remember. You were the teacher, right?
Yeah.
I remember. Hop on this camera.
Well, I can't. I'm in the dark. You like to have your things at 3 a.m. It's kind of crazy. It's late.
I know what your generator don't work or something. I mean, you talking about that's why we got light bulbs.
Sure, if that's what you want to say.
Yeah. Hop on camera. You don't want to see what you look like?
No, it's not that. I'm in the dark, and I'm just not turning on.
There you go. So what's on your mind, dear?
I mean, nothing. I'm just listening in.
Okay. Is your family okay? Because you know about the whole, the Haitian thing. They're removing those temporary protection statuses from some of your family. Are they going to be good?
Everybody's great.
Okay.
No, nobody's going anywhere.
Y'all not going nowhere, huh? Okay. Just let us know if I can get you some boxes at U-Haul. I got a good deal. I got a hookup if you need something. Just let me know. I got a hookup.
Okay, definitely I will. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, dear. Let me get some more calls. Thank you, dear.
Okay.
All right. Let's get Trap in the building.
You hear me, Tyreek?
What's up, Trap?
What's up with you, man?
I hear you, man.
Hey,
You
the
good?
lady that was on phone?
Yeah.
You hear how many relatives she said she had immigrants in her family?
Yeah. She had Jamaicans and Cameroonians and Puerto Ricans.
And all married to immigrants.
Yeah, so that I'm like, she has an immigrant accent too. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of immigrants in your family. You married a foreigner, so yeah, man. Yeah, it's something real funny style about that. Some very funny style about that. A lot of stuff going on there. All right, let's get what's up, Ehud?
Hey, so this is your brother Ehud. I'm from Chicago. I'm half Belizean, half FBA, and that lady is lying. That lady is lying. We know our lineages. I live with my grandma. I live with my FBA grandmother, and my nana lived like two blocks away. There was always like a little tension, but we know different cultures. She's lying. I think she's a full tether. Like I said, I love my FBA brothers and sisters. You guys are the gods of the earth, and y'all have a good night.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Man. All right, let's get Marcus Marvin.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing, brother?
Oh, it's all good, man. I was wondering, did you see You know, the Shador Sanders
I don't like get my
sideline
camera
thing.
and
Go ahead, brother.
The Shador Sanders on the sideline with the wide receiver. And I wonder if people know that wide receiver is
He's
a
Haitian.
Haitian
He's
immigrant.
Haitian. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, yeah,
That's all.
yeah, I talked about that yesterday. Emerald Queen, hop on, man. She's up here making all this noise. Emerald Queen. Miss Emerald Queen, hop on, dear. You can talk now. She was talking over people. I want to get her back up. All right. Let's get Joe Blow. Let's get, let me see. Shout out to the family. Y'all hit them hearts. Let's get 500,000 hearts in here. Let's get 500,000 hearts in here, ladies and gentlemen. 500,000. We almost there. We got 300. What did I say? Yeah, we got 300,000. Let's get 500,000. Let's get Snotty Nose.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, Snotty? How are you, brother?
Man, chilling, man. You know what? I just been wondering. I feel like a lot of FBA, we either descend from the Malcolm tree or the Martin, the think process. 'Cause a lot of these pan-African mofos, it's like they just don't want to respect anything of our culture and don't want to guard nothing,
Yeah, man. We do have some people who've been indoctrinated and they got that low self-esteem and they've been taught that we gotta be on some global kumbaya and we gotta be the mules for everybody, and we have to protect ourselves. We have to make sure that we're good before we make sure everybody else is good. Let's get Levo. Levo or Livo? What's up? Make sure everybody else is. What's up, Levo? Levo? What's up, Levo?
Wait, Tariq. Sorry, man.
What's up,
I'll
man?
be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, well, are you frying up some bushmeat right now for the guests over at your house? Okay, he's going to get back on. He said he's going to hop back on in a minute. All right. So I think he's making some bushmeat bologna sandwiches or something. I don't know what he's doing. All right. All right, but God bless him. God bless him. All right. Let's get this sister here. What's your name, sis? All right. Let me look in the chat room here. Let me look in the chat. Yeah, he was recording the room. Oh, yeah, he's recording the room. All right. Let's get, y'all raise your hand if y'all want to get on in the chat room. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get on. Let's do it like that. And y'all share the space, by the way. All right. Let's get Paradelic. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let me see. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get up. Let's get you up. Let's get the life claim specialist. Let me see. Let's get P. Let's get P in here.
Paradelic, bro.
What's up, brother?
What's good, homie? You good?
I'm good, P. Oh, are you from New York?
No, I'm from Duval, Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, shout out to Jacksonville, man. What's now, y'all?
I want to give a shout out to the brother, the brother from Atlanta, man. That it's a tether coming here talking about he from Jacksonville all the time. I don't know his name.
Oh yeah,
but he's
Austin.
not.
Austin, yeah, that dude Austin.
Yeah, he's not from Jacksonville. And let me explain something to you and to the community about Jacksonville. Jacksonville is not like Miami or Orlando.
Yeah.
We at the bottom of the Gullah Geechee Nation. The Gullah Geechee Nation comes from Jacksonville, Virginia to Jacksonville, Florida. And ain't no tethers here.
Yeah.
The tethers came to Jacksonville in like 1975. And they came from like the sugar cane. The Jamaicans and everything, they came to sugar cane and then they moved up to Jacksonville.
Wow.
But we ain't got no tethers here in Jacksonville, bro. We Jacksonville, Florida is like, it's called North Florida, but it's really South Georgia.
There it is. There it is, my man. I'm glad you brought clarity because a lot of folks call up and be trying to cosplay like they're from different cities, and yeah, they don't really understand the area. And we can tell a lot of, like the other day, some fool called up talking about he from South Carolina.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I immediately knew his ass wasn't from no South Carolina. Then he went on and crashed out. So yeah, we kind of know. What's up, Life? The Life Claims.
Hi. This is something that's been irking me for a long time. And it has to do with people telling us that somebody gave us something.
Right.
And what's bothering me is that if you have 4 million people that are free and you flood the country with 8 million Europeans during Reconstruction and 20 million Europeans by Jim Crow, and that's who we had to fight during civil rights, no one gave us anything. If anything, they were brought here as an obstruction, and they were brought here as a buffer. And I just think that we need to, when we hear that language, we need to treat it as hate speech, knock it out. Do not allow anyone to say anything was given to us, because people just think we're here, we got lucky, and they don't understand everything we had. I mean, I know you say this language, but it's a drumbeat that just needs to be repeated over and over. That no one gave us anything. If anything, they were brought here to obstruct us, and those were the people that we had to fight. And then you just had different faces of them that came after, and they were people of color that came with that same mentality. I won't tolerate people using the media.
What's going on, Robin?
I'm
Salute.
47, and I will tell you, I remember being in middle school. Most of my schools were Hispanic.
Give me a second.
Up there, I had them. They were making fun of Ethiopians, and I remember just clowning one of my Mexican friends.
Give me a second.
And then when I think about it today, at that time it was an Afrocentric movement. But I'm thinking about it today, like, how could you say that it's both sides when we were doing all the defamation? We were basically doing damage control and fighting the defamation against Africans. So I don't want to hear anything about ignorance, and I have no tolerance for it. So I just wanted to bring that up because I keep hearing the language, and it really gets on my nerves.
Yes, ma'am. You brought some very, very good points. Because, all that both sides. Dude, we foundational Black Americans, we were the ones instilling pride in Africa. It was our historians over here, the John Henry Clarks and others, upholding African history. It was us who started wearing dashikis, family. Do y'all know the whole dashiki trend? That came from us. We started saying, hey, let's wear dashikis. They weren't wearing dashikis until the 60s, until we started doing it. We started looking into the history and looking at certain colors and patterns and say, hey, let's pay homage to ancient African culture. And then they started following us doing that. You understand? Going into the late 80s, early 90s, we were the ones rocking African medallions, shouting Africa out.
Kettlebells.
We were doing that. We were doing movies and documentaries talking about the greatness of African history, which is great history. Ancient history is great history. We were the ones trying to put a good face on Africa. And what did we get in return? We got folks coming over here from Africa talking about, we don't need Black History Month. That is discriminatory to white people. We that goofy shit. Y'all remember that Sambo politician who was running for office, that his ashy mouth tether, I forgot what his name was. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Then y'all start sending over Myron Gaines and people like that. You start sending over your Sambos and Bedwenchers, doing things to undermine us. Y'all was sending over people like Cola Booth.
Salute, Robin.
Who remembers who Cola Booth was? We've been battling her online since the early 2000s. See, we've been on the delineation thing for a minute. We've been battling tethers for a minute, family. There was one tether from back in the day. I don't know where she is now, but her name was Cola Booth. She's from the Sudan, and she would be online denigrating us and bedwenching for white men. And she famously said a quote. What's she saying?
I think she's the ghetto gagger. She was a ghetto gagger out here. She was from Sudan. If her name is like Solo, something like that, let's listen. Hold on.
Remont. That is discriminatory to white people. We that goofy shit. Y'all remember that Sambo politician who was running for office? That his ashy mouth tether. I forgot what his name was. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Then y'all start sending over Myron Gaines and people like that. You start sending over your Sambos and bedwenchers, doing things to undermine us. Y'all was sending over people like Cola Booth. Y'all, who remembers who Cola Booth was? That was we've been battling her online since the early 2000s. See, we've been on the delineation thing for a minute. We've been battling tethers for a minute, family. There was one tether from back in the day. I don't know where she is now, but her name was Cola Booth. She's from the Sudan, and she would be online denigrating us and bedwenching for white men. And she famously said a quote, what's she saying? I would rather be a white man's slut than a black man's wife. It was some shit she said. Just she's been denigrating us for decades online.
Fact.
We've been going against folks like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we've been going against that tether class for a minute with their little janky shit that they've been doing online. So yeah, man, we said enough is enough. Yeah, she was supposed to be Bin Laden's mistress. Just a weird ass chick.
Oh, I know who she is now. She was fucking around with Luau Deng. He used to play for the Chicago Bulls. She was a mistress. Give me a second. I'll let y'all know who she is. He's from Sudan too. Give me a second. I'll tell you who she is. Oh, fuck, what is this bitch's name? Kula Booth. Yeah. I'll show you who she is. Oh, man. Yo, these bitches is crazy out here. This is who she is, man. Give me a second, everyone. I'll show you who Kula Booth is. She used to fuck with Luau Deng back in the days. This is the type of people that are brought over here. Kula Booth. You know. She's a piece of shit anyways. Most of these Sudanese bitches is, I gotta be personally honest, there are some great ones, there are some good ones, but this bitch ain't worth a pot to piss in. You know, I gotta be personally honest. You know, yeah, this is the type of raggedy bitches that they are bringing over. Kula Booth. Yeah. She's a side chick too, and that's the crazy part. She's talking like she's a main chick. Nah, she's a side chick. You know?
Oh yeah, we've been going against these people, checking them for a minute.
Kula
We
Booth.
almost got 400K hearts. Let's get up to 500K. All right? Let's get up to 500K. And while I'm talking, y'all need to go to rootworkstyle.com because we got a great package deal right now for the holidays. We got the ultimate stocking stuffer, ladies and gentlemen. We got a brand new deodorant called Majora Magic, and it comes with the whole holiday package, ladies and gentlemen. You get the Majora Magic, Lucky Lavender, Coconut Butter, Biloxi Blueberry, Pure Vanilla. You get all those deodorants. You get a Majora prayer plaque. There's a plaque that you can put on your wall with the Majora prayer on it, and you get the Rootwork face towel. That comes with the package deal. It's the ultimate stocking stuffer. You can go to rootworkstyle.com to get that, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss that. That's a great deal. And it's limited time. The sale is going to be done by next week, so y'all better get up on that now, ladies and gentlemen. Get it before the holidays. Get it before the holidays. All right? Let me see who we got. Y'all raise your hand if y'all want to get in here. Raise your hand if you are ready to get in the room. Because I don't want to start bringing people up and it's like, oh, I hit the button by mistake. I'm sorry. All right.
So I want to say, everybody, I have been listening and I have been seeing Kwame was trolling again, as always. I do want to say this. The whole situation that was going on with these Pan-Africans, because at the end of the day, I will say this, the Pan-Africans are in the middle of this whole debacle, you know. It's not to denigrate them, but at the end of the day, you know, they do open their mouth up to, you know, say what they want to say. So it is what it is. It comes with, you know, it comes with the territory of talking shit, you know. But let's get to the last one, and I'll land.
I ain't got no problem with Caribbeans. That was what the whole thing was about. We're talking about Caribbeans and delineating. Me, Tariq Nasheed, I ain't got no problem with no Caribbeans. I'm cool with Caribbeans. I got love for Jamaicans. I got love for the Haitians. I did a movie about the Haitian history. I ain't got no problem with Africans.
Yeah, I bought 1804. I actually got a lot of your documentaries. So it kind of hurts me when I hear you speak about Africa.
Is that you, Kwame?
In this way, because I know you come up under Professor James Smalls and Leonard Jeffries.
Hold up, everybody. Is this Kwame, also known as Revenue?
Ain't got no problem with no Caribbeans. I'm cool with Caribbeans. I got love for Jamaicans. I got love for the Haitians. I did a movie about the Haitian history. I ain't got no problem with Africans.
Yeah, I bought 1804. I actually got a lot of your documentaries. So it kind of hurts me when I hear you speak about Africa and the Caribbean in this way, because I know you come up under Professor James Smalls and Leonard Jeffries and these powerful black.
Right. I will give props where props are due, and I will try. I will uplift where upliftment is needed.
That's
but
Kwame,
I'll be
right?
damned if I have people come over here after we didn't help them and then try to denigrate us.
Yeah,
y'all,
that sounds like you, Kwame. Thank you, Hustle Media.
Media.
I'm sorry.
And then y'all send us Candace Owens and Myron Haynes, and we're gonna have a problem with that.
So because you disagree with Myron Gaines and Candace Owens, you're now throwing the whole Caribbean.
Kwame, I know you in this motherfucker. Don't you run, nigga. This is you, my nigga. Remember when I asked you, and I asked you a dozen of times, have you seen Hidden Colors? And you said no. And what are you saying here? This is why we can't trust Kwame, everybody. I told y'all Kwame's a fucking liar. You know, so let's listen to Kwame talk.
Being Africa under the
ain't
bus.
About disagreeing with them. It's about them representing a lot of people from that culture. Because a lot of people from Africa and the Caribbean, they agree with the Myron Gaines and they agree with the Candace Owens.
Who from the Caribbean? Do Muta Baruka agree with Candace Owens? Do PLO Lumumba agree with Candace Owens? Who from the continent of Africa that's a leader, or the Caribbean, that agree with Candace Owens or Myron Gaines?
There's a lot of people who have that Myron Gaines.
So name some powerful voices from the Caribbean or Africa that agree with these people. Like I just gave some examples: Muta Baruka from Jamaica, PLO Lumumba from Kenya, I
That
can name
nigga
a
stay
few brothers. So
deflecting.
I'm trying to understand who agree with these right wing talking points.
Not just it ain't just right wing. It's anti FBA. That's what that shit is.
Who is preaching this anti-black America? 'Cause I'm Jamaican and I'm quite in tune with the culture. I don't hear nobody speaking ill of black.
Kwame's lying. Thank God I put this video out. You know why? Because Kwame is not for Jamaica. Kwame has never been for Jamaica. We could go back in this live chat and we hear Kwame say, yo, he will choose Africa over Jamaica any day of the week. If that ain't a motherfucking sellout, I don't know what it is.
America.
Yeah, nigga, we throwing you under the bus, Kwame.
They uplift black American culture.
Stop, Stu. Don't do that. Don't do that because in y'all culture, y'all sit up here, stay away from them and stay away from that and all. Yeah, y'all do little shit.
But brother, I came up here when I was 6 years old. My family member never told me to stay away from black America.
Kwame told us 12. Kwame told us 12. Now I'm thinking, Kwame, you are an American citizen, my nigga. I'm thinking you're not even from Jamaica. I think you are from New York.
Because we've all heard that narrative before. We've all heard it. We've all heard it. We've all heard it. And you want to know who else sounds like Candace Owens and who acts like Candace Owens? An undermining bed wench who had power? Kamala Harris. You understand? She's a Caribbean bed wench who was in power and sat up and told us what she ain't gonna do for black folks, but roll the red carpet out for immigrants. Yeah, that's treasonous. When you send people like that over and then we elevate them and then they tell us to kiss their damn asses, it's up all the way.
So now Kamala Harris speak for the entire Jamaica and Myra Gaines speak for Africa. Are you serious, sir? I respect you a little bit more than that. So you're kind of intelligent.
Come on now. Hey, they speak for enough. They speak for enough. I've had a lot of East Africans call up here who agree with Myron Gaines. You understand? There's a lot of them who do. And that's the problem. When we start talking about reparations, all of these so-called allies who are Caribbean, they start sounding like Candace Owens. Westmore, ain't gonna hook up no reparations. Kamala Harris ain't for no reparations. Byron Donalds, he got on the Breakfast Club. He's Caribbean. We don't need no reparations. So yeah, y'all sound like Candace goddamn Owens when y'all get a little piece of power. That's the problem, right?
So, but Westmore shot down a study for reparations. He didn't shoot down a reparation bill. I don't think
he did enough,
Westmore
nigga.
had the power to shoot down a bipartisan bill.
He shot the whole shit down. He shot it down, and he's not for reparations for us, but he rolls out the red carpet giving our tax dollars to immigrants. That's a problem. So yeah, y'all can sit up and play that game. We ain't playing the game no more. We're letting folks know we don't want some people. If you ain't from the lineage, we don't really want you representing us.
But at least Kamala Harris support reparations. Does Trump support reparations for black Americans?
Harris, she was the vice president for 4 years. What reparations did she kick in?
Well, she supported it on her campaign. She said she support reparations for black Americans in America.
She didn't get it then.
I mean, she didn't become president.
Don't matter. She was the vice president, and she made sure immigrants got shit. So how come we didn't get the reparations when she was supporting it?
I mean, you're comparing a vice president to the actual president. That don't make no sense. But you promoted Trump, and does Trump support reparations?
We'll start there. Let's get Dan. Don't do the whole, does Trump do that? Well, let's not do that deflection. And I didn't vote for Trump. By the way. Dan, let's get Daniel in here. Brother Dan?
What's good, Flex? How you doing,
I'm good,
man?
Dan. How are you, sir?
I find it interesting that nobody has ever heard anybody say, stay away from black Americans when people come here and they say it all the time. That's strange to me. And then the more crazy part about this, Byron Donalds, I don't know who this other person is he's talking about, but Byron Donalds is an elected official. He got elected down there in Florida. He's from New York City. When an elected official who cosplays black Americans goes on a national platform and says he don't believe it because his mom wouldn't get it, that actively shows that they're not for us. And I don't give a damn what the people out of power are saying. It's what the people with the power are saying. And all we're saying is, you know what? You're right. This is our fault. Because the second you guys do anything noteworthy, you guys delineate. And that's fine. That's cool. You guys have every right to be. Now we're saying we're going to put ourselves first because everybody seems to be putting themselves first.
Wait,
We have
nigga.
people come here all the time and says, yeah, my parents did tell me to stay away from the Black Americans, right? A lot of these people come over here on these religious visas and they talk to these Catholic people. And these Catholic people will rename them, give them a white name like Abraham, Joseph, or some shit like that. And you know what they tell them after that? Stay away from the black folks. The black people in America are lazy. And they take that, they give them a little pat on the head, and the first thing they do is tell us that we're troublemakers and they're going to focus on doing the right thing to make the white man happy.
So a couple elected officials speak for entire nations now?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead ass serious.
Yeah, that's kind of why they're elected. They're to be elected.
So Byron Donald speak for the Cubans and the Jamaicans because he's half Cuban and Jamaican.
Listen, check this out, right? You do realize that the president of Jamaica, well, Prime Minister of Jamaica, went on national TV, well, international TV, right, and made the statement that that if you guys come back to Jamaica with the crime and stuff like that, it's not the same place it was 10 years ago. He said they're either gonna meet their maker or meet a judge. So that shows his view of his people who were in America, right? Because you know what? They all collectively believe that being Americanized is a bad thing. And they think that they spend time over here, they're criminals. So that's how your people view us. From the
No,
prime minister himself.
maybe he's just saying that the people that's being deported are criminals.
No.
And maybe they are criminals.
The people are being deported, right?
I mean, I never heard of no model citizen being deported, so maybe the people that's being deported.
Come on, Kwame, you can't be lying like that,
If you're
Kwame.
deported, you're probably a criminal.
See,
so
this flies in the face of, I don't know, people just want a better life because they actually came over here and they've been over for 10 years. They had every opportunity to become American citizens. And if they haven't done the right thing, either A, they didn't want to be, and a lot of them don't actually go through the process because they want to keep some type of connection to their homeland.
Is that logical?
That's the reason why they do it.
Daniel, is that logical?
Hey, Robin. So that guy who's speaking on the show, his name is Revenue, also known as Kwame. The guy who be on the panel, Kwame, that's him. Kwame is 0 for 11. Yeah. I'll give him 1 for 10. I'll even do that, Kwame. I'll give you 1 for 10, my nigga. I'm giving him 1 for 10 convo, and the reason why, because at the end of the day, who's OG from New York? He validated that what Kwame was saying was kind of true. So I have to give Kwame at least 1 point. It was with the Bloods and the Latin Kings. So I have to give him the credit for that, even though niggas ate the niggas' food right in front of him. I gotta give at least Kwame at least 1 point.
To think the people that's being deported are criminals, so maybe he's saying the criminals coming back to his country shouldn't bring their criminality back to his country. Is that logical to think, or is that just far fetched?
Wait, just to be clear, because you're doing this fallacy, right? Are you trying to say that people who are being deported are all criminals?
Facts, Claude Van Damme.
I would think a vast majority of them, the consensus of them, are criminals if they're being deported.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is where you make the mistake at. A lot of them don't necessarily commit crime. What happens is a lot of them come over here illegally and they try to stay. That's the crime. But just because they try to stay illegally doesn't mean they're actually breaking their houses, robbing people, and shooting at people. A lot of them aren't doing that. They're just kind of working under the table and stealing labor, right? I mean, it's one of those things you can kind of see why they would do it, but doesn't necessarily mean they're bad people, right? So he's talking about criminals who harm society with violence and stuff like that. That's two very different things.
So where are you getting the assumption that he's saying that Black American culture is criminality? Like, how you wing that together?
Check this out, right? I got you. Listen, walk with me now. If he's telling people,
walk with me now,
this is the same Jamaica as you left 10 years ago and 20 years ago. If you come back and you bring this crime with you, right, you're going to meet a judge or meet your maker. What is he saying? What does that speak on the place you've been?
I would
Yeah, it
think
is him.
logically, if you're being deported,
No,
then
no, no, no,
you
no,
you
no, no,
probably
no, no.
committed a crime to be deported
Okay,
out of a
you know what?
country.
You know what? So you okay? My God, you one of those straw man people. Got you, right? Is Donald Trump only committing? I mean, deporting people who committed violent crimes, or is deporting everybody who's not supposed to be here?
I mean, if you're not supposed to be here, you're committing a crime.
No,
If you
no, no,
came
no. I'm
here
talking about. I'm
illegally.
talking about. I'm talking about violent crimes. Is that a violent crime?
No.
Okay, so why would you assume a person who's being deported has committed violent crimes?
I never said a violent crime. I said a crime.
No, no, no. I'm giving you an example because he's talking about violent crimes. You're talking about crimes in general. Those are two different things. Still in the watch doesn't mean you murder somebody. That's why you get different sentences for different crimes. You get that, right?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
So if a person steals a watch, is it safe to assume that they're a murderer?
No, but that's still a
Okay,
violent crime for
if
robbery.
somebody, okay. If somebody robs a bank, right? Is it safe to assume they're arsonists?
No.
There's different categories. What I'm trying to get you to understand. So if he's deporting people who are not supposed to be here, that's a whole separate category from robbing and stealing. Now, for you to assume that your
So
own
connect
people,
this to Black American
I
culture.
got you. I got you. Listen. For you to assume that your own people who are being deported back because they committed the crime of staying in the United States when they weren't supposed to be there. If you to assume and have to give them a pep talk about breaking in and killing and stealing all this other shit, that says what you think about the place they went to. Because you say Jamaica's not the same. Well, what the does that mean? You understand what inference is, right? To make an inference. He's making an inference that, oh, they over there learning crime school and shit like that. Well, that means he's assuming that this is a bad place. And you know who they tell their people to stay away from when they come here? They tell them to stay away from us. You
I
can't
think
see.
you're I
You
think
say
you're
like,
assu- I think you're
no.
assuming
You what you're doing is right.
and
You're
you're
doing
pulling a straw man right now.
no, I'm not. No. You're doing this thing right where you can hear what the man said, and you're like, well, you know what? I'm going to give my people the benefit of the doubt and assume he's talking about the murderers and criminals and shit like that. And I'm telling you, like, no, one crime don't mean you commit another. And that's why there's sentencing guidelines for different crimes in different degrees because we understand in this American system that not all crimes are the same. So he's assuming that his people who are being deported back are on carjacking, robbery, and killing and shit. But you know what he did be sure to say? And he softened his tone when he said it? He said, bring back your resources and you can make a life here in Jamaica. So that was the main goal for a lot of people. A lot of people come to America to extract the resources, but they do it under the guise of being one big black Negro. See, black people in America, unlike any other diaspora around the world, were able to fight back and force our oppressors to give us equal rights under the Constitution. Now, granted, it's a continuing fight, and we still struggle with that to this day, but we've made a lot of progress.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
Kwame.
progress allows people who
That's
look like
Kwame.
us, who are not us, to come over and pretend to be us to extract resources from shit we built.
Oh,
and they'll
yeah.
take it back home. And that's exactly what he made sure to let them know. Bring your resources. What resources will he be talking about? Do you know revenue?
There
Because
you
that's
go.
what
You
this is
got
really
him.
about. Because
I
right
didn't
now,
hear that part. I didn't hear that part of the speech.
so you
I'm
didn't.
familiar with the
I
speech you're talking about.
bet you didn't. Well, anyway, look it up. He literally told them to bring back their resources. And I find it strange. He
You
says that
got him.
at the same time he's taking millions of dollars from the Chinese right now, who are actually actively colonizing Jamaica through economic means. Did you know that right now? When was the last time you been in Jamaica?
So Kwame or Pan-Africans, Jamaica is going through a economic warfare right now in Jamaica. The Chinaman's making money. The Indian man is making money. Except the Jamaican man. And this is the sad part about that whole situation. What debate did Kwame win? It's not that he won, that he was right about. There's a guy, and I'll validate for him. He's from New York. He was locked up with Latin kings and stuff like that. They use the word oppressed. I don't use the word oppressed, but they said it was oppressed. But they said the blacks was formed through the Bloods. And I'm talking about, and they said they united. To me, it's still hard to believe because of the hatred that Caribbeans have for black Americans. And I'm gonna be personally honest about that. They have hatred towards Black Americans. But he said, yeah, to a certain extent, that did happen. What Kwame was saying. So that's why I say I will give him 1. But he said Kwame uses words where it makes him seem like he's right, but he's wrong at the same time. So yeah, I will have to admit that Kwame was right at least once. So yeah. Just once. Once isn't. We're not gonna have a party because Kwame was right once, probably 6-7 months ago. So yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
How much shit does the Chinese own out there, opposed to what they did in the 90s?
I know they kind of dominate the sugar factory and
the tourism industry too. They're getting into that pretty heavy.
Vaguely, but they usually dominate the ports and the sugar factory, and the sugar in the industry.
Traditionally speaking, hasn't the Caribbean been known for sugar canes?
Yeah, I kind of think it's embarrassing that the Chinese came over there and profited off what people was enslaved doing. So I think that's kind of
So I
embarrassing.
just think the Prime Minister of Jamaica should be more concerned with returning a traditional Jamaican industry back to Jamaicans instead of out of the hands of Chinese. But no, he found time to come in and make a threat to Black Americans.
Where did he make a threat about Black Americans verbatim? Because you're speaking about speculation.
He made a threat to Americanize Jamaicans, is how he put it. This is his words, not mine. Who come back and bring the crime with them. That means he's used people in America as criminals.
Why couldn't you look at it as maybe, you know what, you guys went to America, y'all committed crime. I don't want y'all to bring that same criminality that y'all went to America with and probably got deported because of it to bring it back to Jamaica.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because that's not what he said. He said what he meant. He meant what he said. He literally said it's not the same.
But you're speculating. You're not saying nothing. He said verbatim, like, "Oh, you're bringing back Black American culture," or anything like that. So I'm kind of. You sound like you're speculating and not speaking.
It's called an inference. It's called an inference. We can infer what he's talking about. He inferred it heavily.
So you're speculating, basically.
No, it's an inference. It's called context clues. I mean, he can't come out outright and say that. But look at what he's saying. He's saying, right, it's not the same place you left 10 years ago. Well, how was Jamaica 10 years ago? Was it better, in a better economic state?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I know the crime rate was probably worse than it is now. The crime rate kind of went down.
Why would people want to leave Jamaica 10 years ago?
Because the crime, it was war going on between gangs and things like that going on in Kingston and different parts of Jamaica. So maybe he's referring to that.
So you think all the bad people left and that's why it got nice, or you think the government actually did some work?
I mean, a lot of the bad people left and came to America under refugee status. They went to Europe. They went to Canada under refugee status.
So it goes back into what Flex was saying earlier. Y'all send the worst people over here.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's what you just said. Ain't that what he just said? Am I tripping? Yeah. So it sounds like to me, you see, it's called a catch-22. It can't be both ways. It's either one way or another, right? Either y'all send out y'all bad people, or assuming everybody come back as bad. So maybe he knows more about this than we know. Because if we knew they were bad people, America would have never accepted them.
I mean, bad people did leave Jamaica, and they probably seek refugee.
They left Cuba too. Fidel Castro dumped all those people out in Cuba too. So either way it goes, this literally goes back into what we've been saying the whole time. They don't send their best and their brightest. They send the criminals. I mean, if he's accusing them of being criminals and they were criminals, maybe he's right to assume they was criminals. But I'm just thinking that maybe they just came over here. See, I was actually giving them the benefit of the doubt, but now to think about it, yeah, maybe he was right. Maybe it's a lot of criminals coming over here. So maybe deportation is probably the best thing for everybody, don't you think? So that way they can take all that hard work back to Jamaica and you know, wrestle, you know what I mean, the sugarcane industry back from the Chinese and keep them from getting a foothold in the tourism thing.
I think
Wouldn't that be the
deportation
best
probably
thing?
yeah. I
We
mean,
got him, everybody. We got
I
him.
think this FBA thing is probably gonna reach to a climax of violence. So I think it's best for Caribbeans and
Why would
Africans to.
it reach violence? It's not a
I
violence.
mean, the type of stuff Tariq promotes, it kind of promotes like a undertone of violence. So before it reaches to that level,
What
maybe we
violence
should leave.
promoted?
What?
That
What
nigga
violence
Kwame's
promoted? This is fair talk right
crazy.
here.
That nigga
That man
revenue's
has not told
crazy. I
nobody to
told
go
y'all
out
that
and do
nigga's
nothing
nuts.
violent. All he
No, I
said
never
was,
said I said the undertone.
There ain't no undertone.
no, what undertone?
There's no violent undertone. That's you.
I'm saying if you're saying that tethers are taking FBA jobs and they taking their opportunities, and you know we don't like.
That nigga Kwame is crazy. Like, yo, this is why I be having him on y'all on the panel, everybody, because this shit is entertainment. Kwame, this is why, like, yo, I can never get mad at you, my man. And the reason why is like, my nigga, damn if you do, damn if I don't with you, my nigga. It's always gonna be like that, you know. But again, shout out to Kwame, shout out to Hustle Network, shout out to DJ X1, Convo, Robin, Clyde Zandam. Shout out to all of y'all, man. You know, so FBA people are making big moves, man. We just gotta take it as it is.
We don't like tethers and things like that. It kind of has like a violent undertone. So I think
us protecting ourselves from your violence because y'all come over and you're acting violent towards us. We ain't saying that. We're not saying that whatsoever. Come on, and thank you for the call, Dan. Yeah, let me deal with this dude because now you talking Fed talk. Yeah, nobody said anything about being violent to nobody. There's no undertone. See, y'all project a lot of the violence that you have towards us. We don't have a version of the shower posse that we sent over to Jamaica, like y'all came over here. We don't do that. And by the way, people are pulling up some of your tweets, Revenue.
We got him.
Revenue. What's your tweet talking about? You F your white bitch so good she almost said the N-word.
that's the Yachty lyric.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
So why you quoting a little? Why do he had a lot of lyrics? Why?
This is why I told y'all niggas Kwame be fucking with white women. This is why I told y'all Kwame be fucking with white women, and y'all didn't believe me. Yo, listen to what Kwame.
People are pulling up some of your tweets, Revenue. Revenue. What's your tweet talking about? You F your white bitch so good she almost said the N-word.
Yo, Kwame is crazy. Hey, yo, Kwame, you almost fucked your white bitch. She almost said the N-word. Hey, yo, we're going to hear his response.
Tweet talking about you F your white bitch so good she almost said the N-word.
What was your response, Kwame?
That's a little Yachty lyric.
Oh, okay. So why are you quoting a little? Why do he had a lot of lyrics? Why'd you quote that one?
I thought it was funny.
Did it relate to you?
Nah, I don't mess with white girls. I just thought it was funny. It's a little Yachty lyric that he did with the Detroit people. I forgot the name of the song. I thought it was funny. You could even copy and paste the lyric and you would see it pop up a bunch of times.
So lyrics that they kind of relate to. That's why they kind of quote random lyrics. It's not really a funny lyric. It's just nuts. It's something that it kind of relates to. Like I might quote a lyric, feel so fresh and so clean because I feel fresh and clean that day. People usually tweet stuff or quote a lyric that relates to them. You know, when I
So Flex, you don't think that's funny?
It's funny if you smashing a white.
It's your FBA little brother.
Hey man, shout out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. And don't forget to, if you want to comment in the live chat, you have to subscribe. Subscribe. It's subscribe only. I will say that. And if you want to donate to the live chat, and if you want to donate to the Bronze Reaper Media panel or platform, you can super chat, you can Cash App, and you can also Venmo. And I put it in the live chat right now. So all you got to do is click the link, put the price you want to put, and that's all you have to be. All you have to do, and definitely we'll give you a shout out on Fridays. You give Cash Apps, we take shots for you, but that's every other Friday. I ain't trying to get fucked up like that, man. Jesus Christ. So that's why I do every other Friday. I can't really drink like that. I could do probably coffee Patron because I like coffee, but other than that, nah. But yeah, like I said, Super Chat, Cash App, and Venmo.
I thought it was funny.
You smashing a white broad and she almost said the N-word. I don't know how funny that is. Another tweet you have, you was like, FBAs don't have a homeland like the Japanese. You said y'all more like the Kurdish or Gypsies, people with no homeland. Really?
Yeah.
That's a projection. You're the one fleeing from left and right.
Wait, so I'm saying FBA is a nation just like the Kurds. They don't have a homeland. I think y'all deserve a homeland.
We do have a homeland. This is our homeland. Not only is we ain't like the Gypsies. The Gypsies, some of them are over in parts of Europe and certain countries. They didn't actually build those countries up. You understand? We actually were the ones who built this country up from the.
So are the Kurds don't build in Turkey, Iraq, and Syria, and these places? They build homeland, different neighborhoods and stuff like that. So
No, I'm talking about building the infrastructure of the country itself.
So you think no Kurds was involved in building the industries in these places that I named, like Turkey?
No,
Iran, Iraq, Syria.
The Kurds, those nations have been around for a long time. The Kurds didn't build those nations.
He's saying we built a.
So you don't agree with Elijah Muhammad that Black Americans need their own nation, their own sovereign nation?
This is our nation here.
Got a good point right there.
Okay, if that's your perspective, some of your prominent FBAs will disagree with that. They believe they need.
How is this not our homeland and we built it from the ground up? I mean, literally built it. We constructed America from nothing into something. It was us doing that. How the hell is this not our homeland?
I mean, some will argue that, I'm quoting Elijah Muhammad and some of the other prominent figures that believe that Black Americans deserve their own homeland.
Well, this is our homeland here.
Okay, so you should just be a foundational American.
Yeah, but you said we're like the Gypsies. The Gypsies just kind of move around all over the place. Their initial homeland was Egypt, by the way. The Gypsies, that's why they're called Gypsies. Gypsies is a short word for Egyptians. That's where they originated from. So they just kind of nomaded all over the place. We ain't nothing like that. We don't nomad all over the place. That's you.
So you don't see no correlation between Black Americans and the Kurdish people?
That's you. Y'all nomad all over the place and squat all over the place. You run over to Britain, you run over to South America, you run over to Mexico, you come over here. That's you, sir. You're projecting.
Yeah, but we got a base. We got a base though. We got a country.
Never end. Exactly.
Facts.
The Gypsies had a base, Egypt, and they ain't there, so they just nomad all over the place.
So if this is your homeland, this is your country. So you don't need various flags like the maroon flag that you got on your website, or the FBA flag, or the other 4 or 5 different flags that people.
You can do that. Now you're just changing the subject. Yeah, we give props to different parts of our lineage. Yeah, you do use different flags for different things within the culture. Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. We can use different flags for different things within the culture. Absolutely. Just like in the United States, different states have different flags within the United States. You understand? But you, sir, are the nomad. We're not nomads. We're not.
So so if this is your country and you feel like you don't deserve a sovereign nation.
All right, we're gonna end this there because Kwame's just be talking. Shout out to Kwame. He did a decent job. He lost, but he did a decent job. I'm gonna say this, all right, everybody. Black Americans, yo, you could tell that like Black Americans is waking up. We're not taking no bullshit. We're not difficult, but at the end of the day, we're not just gonna accept any and everything, you know. So, like again, shout out to Black Americans and standing on business, you know. And I think everybody should take a page out of Black Americans' book and say, like, yo, we're not just gonna take anything, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to fight. I don't know how much y'all want to fight, for, but you can see people crashing up, white people crashing out right now, and thinking that, being real is saying like ignorant and racial things. You got to have some type of like ethic or morals in what you say. So I will say that, in Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, FBA, Black Natives, Black Indigenous, the Aboriginals, the real Aboriginals, salute to y'all, man. We're doing what we're supposed to do, man. I'm gonna personally be honest about that. We're doing what we're supposed to do. And don't let nobody make you feel like you're wrong. You're not wrong in what you're doing. You're standing on code. You're being true to yourself. But I'm gonna start giving my shout outs, shout outs to DJ X1, Claude Zandam, FBA Convo, Mr. Know-It-All, the Black King, salute, Hustle Network, get busy, Miss Charlie Shaw, what's going on, mama? Let's get it 004, Killmonger's my hero, salute, 3131, Joey. What's going on, my man? Kwame came in here for a little bit after he did his little day trading. Who else? We got Go Gadget. Go, salute. American Dream, salute. Breeze Omega. Monkey Sling, also known as Dorsey. Latimer. Latimer, you got a crazy name. But salute to you, player. Ohio, salute. The Will, salute. Omega, Armageddon BX, salute. Fresh always, salute. What else? Let's see who else is there. My man Spence and Lala Brown. Thank y'all all for coming on the show. We did crazy numbers today. We getting there, everybody. Slowly but surely, we get in there, man. We get into the promised land. We want to get our reparations. I'm actually staying on code with the podcasting and stuff. I'm staying focused and I'm staying dedicated as well. And I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. FBA Convo, who was on the panel, all of y'all who was in the live chat getting busy, even if it was just for a little bit. You on your lunch break and stuff, and you wanted to get busy and talk. Salute. Thank you. I appreciate all of this. And I will see you tomorrow with another great topic. And have a great rest of your day or rest of your evening.